Hello everyone, welcome. Thanks for coming along to my Let's Play of Everyday Love. Let's see. Let's post this actually. Hopefully some people come along. Hey Shakira, welcome. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, no, my hair's extra shiny today, but I think it's just the lighting, and I made the filter a little bit more like pink, so it makes me look more girly. Hi Sota, hi Risu. But yeah. So if I remember correctly, we went with Jim Boy in the end because he was ridiculous. Let's see. Cool. I'm wondering how this is going to turn out. Okay, let's put that there. Okay, I'm just going to start, I think. Do let me know if there's something wrong with the audio. Oh, thank you. And it's got little buttons. You know, it's really funny. When I got this t-shirt, what am I on about? When I got this top, I was like, I went shopping with my, bestie, and I was like, I just, it's these tops where you don't really want to spend money on it because it's so plain, but you do anyway. But then I saw little buttons. Hi Wanju, welcome. Hi Hika. My holidays have been stressful in a way. They were good until I realized I miscalculated the number of anti-epilepsy pills I have. So then we almost had to go back to England yesterday, but fortunately I could temporarily reside in Scotland since I'm here for like another 2 weeks or something. So I was able to get my prescription and get some pills, but even so, they didn't give us 2 weeks worth. So we will have to go back a few days early. But at least it's Scotland and, not Japan or something, so... yeah, so that's kind of how things have been. Do all of you have any New Year's plans? Following Monday at work, I'm greeted with an exciting email from Hyland Publishing. Hi Lulu, thanks so much for responding to us. We'd love to introduce you to our team to discuss further collaboration. Do you have any time this week? Elated, I asked boss to see if I can take a day to visit their company. Oh yeah, I forgot about the boss and her pretty earrings. Give me a moment, I'll be back. Sorry, I just had to check something. Yeah, fortunately I could get pills, so it's all good. But yeah, I know, right? There was some possible dark theme, wasn't there? With the main character. I'm curious to see what it's about. Actually, I have a great idea. A conspiratorial look flashes through her eyes before she scurries away, returning with a young woman with a mousy disposition. You know, I don't even remember where we like ended this. I'm like feeling my way through. Hey Casey, welcome. Lilu, I want you to meet Grace, our new intern. Oh, do we get a rival? Imagine if this is our rival. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi Grace, hope you're enjoying your time here. Definitely. She responds immediately with more resolve than I'm used to from my other co-workers. Since you have an active project right now, I figured it might be a fun opportunity for Grace to shadow you. Perhaps she can pitch in some ideas as well. Sure, that sounds great. I've never had anyone shadow me before. I hope I'm impressive enough. Grace works every other day, so perhaps you two can head out the day after. Imagine if you don't get along with the person who is shadowing you. Hi Ada Bunny, welcome! That would suck. Yeah, that should work. I'll let the publishing house know. Amazing. Let me know how it all goes. With a brief wave, Boss heads back to her office and Grace silently makes her way back to the design department floor. Or at least, I think it's the design department. I should ask who her supervisor is on Wednesday. I turn back to my computer and send off my email, and only then do I notice the chilling absence of chatter around me. Usually I'd have someone try to chat me up by now. But everyone's quiet. All of my co-workers stare at their desktops with an almost unnatural focus. Why is that? Almost like they're avoiding me. Oh yeah, I remember she doesn't get along with her colleagues or something, right? Because they're like being really annoying and she doesn't want to small talk because it's effort, but they want to or something. Sound like classic office politics. I'm sure many of you have experienced such things. I try to apply that same steely concentration onto my work for the rest of the day. On Wednesday, I stop by the office to meet Grace, making sure we have everything we need before heading to Higher Land. Hey Grace, you ready to go? Not let us speak in the void. That's true, and when there's like an NPC that's not important enough, you don't see anything. Ada, I swear I'm just gonna start associating with you with Natto by this point. Oh dear. Yeah, how is everyone? I never know how to respond to that question. You know that. I know that you're just supposed to say, yeah, I'm doing alright, fine, you type of thing. But oh, Blood, welcome. Long time no see. I have come across a gym bro that we will be getting to know. What game are you playing? Last time I checked, you were playing. Was it Olympia Soiree or Cuba Parasite? No, Cuba Parasite you played a while back, if I remember correctly. I can't remember though. But yeah, I like these sprites. Lily, yes, let me just make sure my binder's got everything. She nervously thumbs through all her flies. Or her files. She's probably even more prepared than I am. By the way, Grace, which department are you interning for? I forgot to ask you on Monday. No worries. I work in production department, mainly with events and live action stunts. Oh wow, that's perfect for this campaign then. I'm thinking of creating a pop-up event. Her eyes sparkle with determination, her shine is shedding away like a second skin. Yeah, what did everyone get for Christmas? I'd love to know. I've got to show you something I got. Aside from like, you know, small bits and pieces here and things like that, I have got, this I actually bought myself, so you know, but I do that every time. It's Hercule Poirot. It's a detective game and it has Hercule Poirot on it, which obviously, you know, I love Agatha Christie, so it's been a blast. And this one's really pretty. Ooh. It's the fifth one for the Rose of Versailles. Look how shiny it is. See, I've got all 5 now. Sorry, I just had to show you all, you know, because that's just in my nature. I know we're playing a game, but oh, you're playing Love of Pretend, so you're on Riku, right? Okay, how are you finding Riku, Blood? Oh yeah, I saw your pink gaming chair, Kira. The money. Are you sure you didn't buy natto with the money? Dyson Air Wrap. What is that? That sounds really useful. To be honest, if I got like a Dyson, a vacuum cleaner, I would actually be really happy because the Hoover we've got is horrific. And I'm the one that has to do the hoovering, so. Hi, Sia, welcome. Yeah, right, Blood. Rose of Versailles is so pretty. I love it so much. Until my sitting with some plushies. Of course, of course. How did I forget? You are the plushie master, Risu. For those who don't know, she shared photos on Discord and her bed is like just a whole mountain of plushies. It's a fancy hair. Oh, I see. I'm really curious now. I'm gonna have to Google what a Dyson Airwrap is after this stream. Okay. Precious bubblegum Prince Pinky Boy Harumi. Boss told me all about it. I'm really excited to hear from the publishing house what they think. Your plan is so detailed and I'd love the opportunity to help you get it off the ground. She seems a bit keen. I'm a bit suspicious. Is she trying to steal things away from me? The credit, the glory. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, we should be able to put on the event before your internship ends, so this will probably work out perfectly. I can hardly wait. Anyhow, let's head out, alright? Yes, let's. Together we make our way through the bustling city, shifting through chattering crowds and talking over blaring car horns. We tiptoe over spilled food on the sidewalk, avoiding the eyes of eager shopkeepers and taking note of each cafe we pass, considering it as a possible lunch stop after our visit. Have you always lived in the city? Nope, I'm originally from the countryside. I moved here for the job and also because I generally prefer city life. Oh, do you go out a lot? I almost snort. Nah, it's just easier to be independent. When I do go out though, I always enjoy all the museums and libraries this place has to offer. And the food. We should check out one of the new cafes on our way back. Dark Nights. Okay. Blood. Burnt marshmallow. Oh dear, I sort of see it. I really like these sprites. They're actually really cute. Now that I think about it, she sounds a bit like me. Ah, here we are. Opening the doors to Halayan Publishing, we are soon greeted by the entire company team, a small group of around 30 people. I explain my love for reading, my admiration of their work, and lay out my pop-up event idea. I'd recommend one of these 3 locations as they all fit within your budget, although some have large margins than others. After describing my social media ideas and authors to prioritize in the event, I met with cold silence. And then rapturous applause. They love it. They love my idea. I love the italicizing of that. Honestly, Anna, every time I see your name now, I'm like, oh, I forgot. I also ordered a bunch of, and then it just automatically filled the makeup bit with natto. I think it's because every time I stream, you have an update on what, like, whether you bought more natto or how you're eating it, or. By the way, that's a good thing since it's like one of my favorite foods. But what kind of makeup did you buy? And when I turn to Grace, I see her clapping right alongside them, that excited glow shining in her eyes. And I can't help the pride that swells inside me. For so long I'd been enduring my work rather than savoring it, and it's so wonderfully strange to find myself as an admired leader. I could get used to this. We take some time to discuss logistics and our next steps. Once we've agreed on our basic strategy, Andrew and I walk back to Canelay, but not before stopping for lunch. Grace and I part ways at the office. I say, Lord, you're supposed to imagine them. It's like when you're playing an otome game where the main character has no eyes and then like the love interest compliments them. I send an email to her supervisor asking them for any advice and insight they might have. While this isn't my first event, I'd be remiss not to ask for their guidance. The supervisor responds almost immediately, agreeing to set up some time to plan next week. Things seem to be progressing smoothly, but the office is still eerily quiet, and on Friday I soon find out why. Ooh. Where's this going? You know what? I haven't bought makeup in ages, and there's this what's it called? There's this brand that I keep on it keeps on coming up on my Facebook. Let's see if I can find it. I bet if I go on Facebook now, it'll come up. Flower Nose Cosmetics. Google it. It's like the prettiest. The packaging is so pretty, but I'm like, can I trust that? But yeah, it's called Flower Nose Cosmetics, and the packaging is so pretty and the colors are really pretty and I want it, but I'm also like, can I trust them? I don't know. Because you know how sometimes when things are advertised on Facebook, it can be like hit or miss. Blood, have you checked out The Sum? It's by the same people that did Mystic Messenger, because Harry is pretty good. Closing the bathroom door behind me, I overhear a few of my co-workers gossiping by the supply room. Oh boy, this again. I hide behind the wall's corner and listen in. She's been doing the bare minimum, never goes out for drinks or works late like we do, and yet boss gives her the big assignment. She's obviously going to blow it. Isn't boss being a bit careless with the company's reputation? Just because we've done well in the past doesn't mean we can just hand out clients to anyone. I know, right? Like, when has she ever shown the same drive as us? We work twice as hard, even with family support. Whoa, okay, these people are being really horrible. Really, Ada? Oh my gosh. Okay, in which case I may, when they're back in stock, I may I may have to buy, like, if I really like this stuff, I'll do like a little unboxing stream. Oh my gosh, Casey, Harry, the new guy is actually, he's decent. He's decent. Oh, I see, Blood. That's fair enough. I mean, I didn't used to play, oh, Zolta, don't say that. We play otome games to escape the real world. You know, I don't think Lulu ever talks about her family. That's because she rarely talks to us at all. When she does, it's clearly forced. Maybe we're not good enough for Her Royal Highness. Oh my god. Such a nightmare. I don't think I've ever received a compliment on my eyes because I always joke my eyes are poo browns. They're not like a pretty aquamarine blue or a pretty emerald green or you know, a beautiful honey hazel. None of that stuff. It's just brown. And not the pretty brown either. It's okay, that's why I put eyeshadow on. So that I look, my eyes, they need a bit of decorating. Well, I think, well, firstly, the indie devs contacted me and I wanted to give it a go. And two, there are some bits that are interesting about this game that we discovered in the last stream. As if it would affect your future. I'd go with Cupid Parasite. Hands down, Cupid Parasite is better for me than Pure Field. I personally prefer. Not saying Pure Field is bad, it's just Cupid Parasite is more like my jam. One out of the new guy's response. Didn't know what to answer. This may not be her ideal career, but for some people this is, and she's wasting it. If you don't want to be here, no one's forcing you to stay. Whatever, boss will realize the inadequacy soon enough. Ugh. I take a step back, then I'd want to like rush in and be like, hey, what are you talking about? I wouldn't in real, but in a game I'd want to. And I'm back in the bathroom again. Whatever pride I had flushes out of my system. I steady myself against the nearby sink as heavy anxiety overwhelms me. So the other shoe drops. I should have known things couldn't have gone this well. I had never thought of myself as a particularly popular person, but it always hurt to hear strangers talk shit about me. I thought I'd get used to this hurt by now. I know I shouldn't believe them, but the old worry rises in me again. Maybe worry isn't the right word. The old truth. They don't know who you really are, what you are. God, this is getting a bit like, I don't know. What looks good in them is that I'm lucky to have really long eyelashes. Oh, I'm jealous, Irisu. I've unfortunately got the short Asian eyelashes. I wish I'd gotten like nice long ones. But then I want them to curl upwards, which I guess that doesn't really work either, so. But then I use the eye thing where you like make them curl up, but then they don't stay there no matter how much mascara I put on. It doesn't work, so I've just given up now. I'm like, my eyelashes will do their own thing. Too cutesy, and I'm really afraid to show her Yang. Yang, oh dear. I don't want to think about this, not now. I'm okay, I'm going to be okay. I keep telling myself this over and over, till someone else enters the room. I muster up a strange smile while they pass by. I just have to hold it together to the end of the day. I grit my teeth through the afternoon, and even as I get my work done, my mind races with how to approach this issue. Should I tell boss? Ezra did tell me I should if they kept doing this, but that also might make the situation even worse. Retaliation is a very real thing. Ugh, I'm really feeling Amara's pain right now. Speaking of which, oh yeah, Amara's her best friend, isn't it? And she's having to work with someone that really annoys her or something? I round a corner and give her a quick call asking to see if she's up for a Friday get-together event. Your coworkers suck ass. I'm so sorry they spoke like that behind your back. Wish I could hang tonight, but I'm swamped at work thanks to my own crappy workforce. Next week though, we will definitely meet. I sigh, shutting my phone off. Well, today is a gym day. Maybe jogging will help get my mind off things. I make sure to avoid looking anyone in the eyes when I leave. Oh my gosh, Ada Bunny. I remember watching the first season, Pretty Little Liars. Ezra, yeah, the teacher. Oh. I keep my head down as I slide in my earbuds, making a beeline to my usual treadmill. It's a busy day, people milling about to their classes, chatting so loudly they nearly overpower the trendy remix music pumping through the overhead speakers. Stepping up to an empty treadmill, I nearly sigh in relief when I find no one directly next to me. The last thing I need is to have some fitness aficionado engage me in a passive-aggressive jogging competition. Even so, I adjust the speed a bit higher than usual to push myself, hoping the acceleration will help distract me. But the faster I jog, the faster those comments rush me again, the disgusted faces flashing before my eyes. She's obviously going to blow it. Isn't boss being a bit careless with the company's reputation? Ugh. A large bronze hand grips onto the headboard, startling me. I almost trip, pausing the treadmill and leaning forward to catch myself, pulling my earbuds out. I look up and meet Adrian's worried gaze. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to surprise you. Only bold enough to put real mental health problems in the game. It's becoming a bit repetitive that the usual backstory is just someone deaf, not... I agree, Elisa, I agree. It's always someone's either died or someone's died or... If you like mental health type stuff, then I would say Taisho Arisu has lots of different, I think it tackles a couple of mental health stuff. So you guys didn't like Ezra? As in from Pretty Little Liars. Are you okay? You seemed a bit out of it today. Oh, Adrian, hi. Actually, I'm feeling pretty crappy. Mega crappy. Awful day at work. Just came to get my mind off things. Is this helping? He gestures towards the treadmill's headboard. Not really. Do you want to talk about it? There's a softness in his tone that almost makes me want to exhale, but no, sorry, I'm just in a bad mood right now. Maybe later. All right, I'm here if you need me. Oh, he's genuinely concerned. Yeah, because I can't remember how it works. She's basically dating the teacher, right? And that's like the secret of hers. But wasn't it just like her choice? By the way, I would never condone this in real life. I'm talking about it because it's fiction. You know what I mean? I've never I've never liked teacher-student relationships though, but the reason for me is because it makes me cringe, like the thought of someone finding out and then it turning into like this gossip rumor stuff. It's the same kind of feeling I get with idol games where it's the concern of the paparazzi finding out about the idol and the manager or whatever. Yeah, Taisho Arisu, there are a few things. Let me think. I'd say, I mean, I think so. There's episode one, two, three, and then the epilogue. I think the first one doesn't feel too like bad, and the second episode gets quite heavy, but it's what was it? Gretel and Kaguya. I guess it is kind of yeah, mental healthy, but I think episode three is the worst one. So I'll try and play it next year, and I'll let you guys know. Yes, it is. It got localized last like a few months ago, like in was it May or something? Was it April? The patient in his tone warms the ice in my chest just a bit. I wonder if he treats all strangers like this. Adrian's eyes linger on me a bit longer before he turns away. Not long afterward, I leave the gym, unable or unwilling to focus. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me because like you can hear the crows and stuff. Oh my god. There's so much that it took me years to realize a 20-plus-year-old man should. Yeah, I mean, I always imagine like at my age dating someone even 18 freaks me out a little bit. I'm like, hmm. If my teacher was anything like that old man from Cafe Enchanté, I wouldn't care less. Yeah, Dindo does have a special place in many people's hearts. I do think it's also the voice actor too, isn't it? Night follows me into the doorway, seeping into the shower once I've undressed, and wrapping around me while I lay on couch watching TV. I surround myself in the coziest blanket I can find, and desperately I will myself to sleep. The next morning offers little respite. I wake up irritated and despondent. Today is wash day. I inspect my curls in the bathroom mirror, not dry, but I've given them meticulous care in the last few years, so I hadn't expected anything less. One of these days I should just shave the rest of this off. With a sigh, I add my pre-shampoo in my hair and cover it with a plastic cap. And I try not to think about the past. But Saturdays can sometimes be hard. Maybe I should do some writing. I grab my laptop, sliding it over my lap and over my story, last updated an embarrassing amount of a time ago. After an hour, I managed to only get a few pages done, but it's something. I slide off my plastic cap and jump into the shower, beginning the process of shampooing, deep conditioning. Jesus Christ. That sounds like so much effort. And then you've got me, where if there's no conditioner, I'm like, oh well. But that's probably why I've got like so many split ends. It's actually quite embarrassing. Don't look. You can look up to here, just not like my hair from here downwards. college craze. Casey, I mean, there are so many dilfs in that game. You've got Dean Monroe, you've got the Professor McDaddy, as everyone calls him. You've got Clay, who is Rice's dad. You've got, oh yeah, what's his name? Something Arroyo, Sean's dad. That's already four. Wasn't there another? Oh, you've got Grady. You've got the cop. Oh my God, you've got 6 dilfs there already. 6, guys. That's like the number of love interests you get in a automate game. Oh my gosh, he could write the cop. I was like, it was so juicy. It was too juicy. But yeah, no, it's so for those who don't know, College Craze is a it's an indie game. It hasn't been finished yet, but it's an R18 indie otome game where you go to college and it's good. It's so juicy. It is so juicy. It's like watching reality TV or like a crappy TV show, but in game form. It's so good. Casey. Exactly. Everything bad happens in it. Even if my hair was relatively straight and loose, it still had enough of a wave to demand fervent attention. I let my hair air dry for the rest of the day, allowing myself to drift into mindless activities, anything that makes me feel less terrible. A stripe of sunlight slices between my curtains, nudging me awake the next morning. My phone reads 11 a.m., a late start even for a lazy day. My late start for a lazy day is like 2 p.m. Okay. Has it connected? Because my internet literally like stopped for a second there. Oh, okay, cool. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, it's again, it's raining because you know it's Scotland, so it just like the internet goes all funny. Okay, let's continue. You reap what you sow. I spent last night tossing and turning, hoping the melatonin would kick in and settle my hurried thoughts. Sometimes it works, and this time it might have worked too well. Yawning, I break into my morning stretches and skincare, feeling slightly lighter. This girl cares a lot about the way she looks. Like, to an extent, I'm like, wow. She certainly cares about it a lot than I do. Like, I'm vain, but I do not put this much effort in. I admire her. Though the words of my colleagues still weigh on me, I feel less anxious about the prospect of facing them tomorrow. I'm still getting used to the light of morning when my phone buzzes. Huh? Who is... Adrian. I'd completely forgotten we were supposed to meet. Oh my God, we're going for a lunch date? I forgot about that. I nervously pick up my phone. The burnt marshmallow is Grace. That's like a side character. I'm so sorry, Adrian. I totally forgot. I'm not sick or anything, just dealing with the residue of this past week. Don't worry about it. Are you at your apartment right now? Yep, woke up maybe an hour ago, to be completely honest. Ah, okay. Well, if you're okay with that, I could come over and cook something. I don't want to impose, but maybe it will help you feel better too. So, I'm a very messy person. If I was single and my house was an explosion, and then like someone's like, oh, I could come over and cook for you, they would have to be like my best friend. Miraculous ladybug? What? The unexpected offer touches me, even if it's a bit forward for our first get-together outside of his work. Okay, let's see. That's really nice of you, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to see me like this. That's really sweet. You don't have to cook for me or anything, though. Which one shall we go for? That's what I thought too, Irisu, because I remember when he like said something about the way she looked when they went on their like beach thing. She got really like uncomfortable and go for that one. It's no trouble really. I meal prep all the time, so well, it's not really a hassle for me or anything. It's like you're going to bring over dry chicken breast over wet cabbage. What? I promise it will taste good. But also, if you don't feel comfortable with me coming over, I completely understand too. I sigh, realizing that once again I can't say no to him. Sure, come on over. Great, what's your address? Don't you have that in my file? I never utilize clients' information outside of work-related purposes, even if those people are no longer official clients. Fair, here it is. Awesome, see you soon. With that, I spend the next 30 minutes or so cleaning up what I can, hoping that my apartment looks comfortable enough for 2 people. Time to hide the stack of slightly... Oh, what the hell? That makes it sound so disgusting. Oh my god. Also, probably the half-open box... Maybe you'll just turn some books over on their spine so he doesn't see what kind of romance is like. Oh my gosh. Why have you got half open? Like, that should be in the toilet somewhere, surely. Okay, I'm not judging. Also, if you can't deal with the kind of romances you read, then you probably shouldn't be with him. Most of the times I need someone to be coming over text. So I'm sort of the same, though recently I have been putting a bit more effort in because obviously I'm like the wifey, so I need to keep the house clean and stuff. But even then I really struggle. I do struggle. So without many walkthroughs they would... Sometimes it's fun to play without a walkthrough, you know? Hi Jazz, welcome! I'm so glad I'm not the only one judging and you guys are with me. Oh, she's not a burnt marshmallow. That's Grace. Just when I get my apartment in its most presentable state, the doorbell rings. Shit, I didn't have time to get properly dressed again. Looking down on my nightgown, I groan, slipping my arms to a loose cardigan. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Casey. You know, words like yours puts me at ease because I think this is just what's going to be my role for the rest of my life. So, you're like defending the main character. That's fair enough. You presumed the main character would be a burnt marshmallow as well. Luckily, my hair is dry since yesterday, the curls still intact, so I untwist them and set them back in a loose ponytail. I dab on a bit of concealer before heading for the door. He knows I'm tired, but he doesn't need to know I'm that tired. Yeah, I think so too. I don't think there's anything wrong with a housewife, but a lot of people assume that you didn't choose to be that, but you were like, that it was imposed on you when it's not the case. Like, I think if you chose to be like a housewife or a housekeeper or whatever, then it should be totally okay rather than, because some people judge, you know? Hey Liz, welcome! His voice is as cheery as his demeanor, the only difference showing in his casual attire, though I'm not very good at being a housewife either. A housekeeper, whatever. Okay, so you chose it too, right? I think it's totally fine. As long as both parties are happy with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But some people get really funny, like, oh, you should work because, you know, you shouldn't be forced to work. Trust me, I chose this. How did she come in with that? His voice is as cheery as is his demeanor, the only difference showing his casual attire. Right? I think as long as everyone's happy and they chose it themselves, I think it's all good. The loose fit of his light green shirt is definite change in comparison to his tight gym tops, but I'm not complaining. Oh, that sounds like a pretty cool thing to do, Casey. When he leans in, so what does that? So is it like you sort of, you like refurbish it, so you like fix it up? When he leans his head into my apartment, I catch a whiff of his scent, a woodsy, citrusy aroma, as fresh and light as his disposition. Yeah, no, yeah. I think if you have, I think it's nice that if you have a child, like one can stay at home. I think that's ideal if that's affordable, you know? Yeah, it is exactly. Whereas a lot of people assume you're just kind of like not doing anything. Mind if I come in? Not at all. Sorry, it seems you always catch me underdressed. One of these days I'll look like a normal person, I promise. Pear staining pen. Oh, okay. So that must be quite an artsy thing then. Yeah, that's the thing. It's weird, right? Because feminism is all about like empowerment of women choosing what they want to do. But and yet for some reason being a housewife and staying at home and like as a job, because I think it is not it's not, you know, like I don't get it. It's a bit ironic personally, since I always saw feminism as the ability for women to make their own choices and like to be able to vote or to be able to do things just exactly as how men do. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. His smile is genuine. He sets his backpack next to my kitchenette, slowly taking out glass Tupperware. And don't worry about anything. We're just going to relax together, right? Sure. As he sorts out some vegetables and cookingware, I settle into the couch, deciding that watching him isn't a good idea. That's another hint, I think. So if you feel like you're in a better place to talk about it, what exactly got you so down? Right? It is a job. Like it takes a lot of effort. Exactly, Ada Bunny. Oh dear me. It's kind of become a situation where, you know, everyone's gotta complain about something or another. That, well, I take a moment to mull over how much to reveal. You know how I'm leading this marketing campaign thing? Well, some of my coworkers aren't so happy about it and I caught them gossiping. They were saying some really nasty stuff of me not deserving this chance, of how they dislike working with me, things like that. Oh gosh, that sounds terrible. I'm so sorry. Well, it just hurts a lot because they're not completely wrong either. Besides, sometimes when things are going really well, the other shoe has to drop, right? I don't think I agree with that. You've been working really hard, haven't you? Well, yeah, but it's like five jobs in one, if not more. Most feminists actually think the same as you, but there is still the stigma of history of when it wasn't a choice. Yeah, that's true. It didn't used to be a choice, so that's why they associate it with, oh, so you're forced to do it, when in fact it's not the case. Not anymore, at least not in most cases, I don't think anyway. You're being too hard on yourself again. Your coworkers are jealous and that's made them cruel, not right. Well, anyways, that and some other stuff has mainly got me down. I'm sure I'll feel better about it all by Monday. I'll probably be telling boss about it then too. Good, your boss should absolutely know how unfairly you've been treated. Have you told any friends? Anyone else you can confide in? Yeah, I have my friend Amara, but she's been busy at work lately. She's this tech journalist at Buzzkill magazine. I don't know if you've heard of them. I haven't. Anyone else? Not really. I've got some acquaintances, but not really people I can unload all this on. So, yeah, actually, now I feel kind of weird telling you this. He drops a potato on the counter and faces me squarely. No, don't. I'm happy to be here. Though I am a bit surprised. Living in the city, I thought you'd be surrounded by people. I mean, literally, yes, but not like close friends. So thanks for stopping by. Of course. His expression turns suddenly old. His smile remains. It can be hard being on your own after all. Yeah. Sometimes that's just how things are. Not today, though. Let me show you what I brought with me. I'm a loner. To be fair, I think about friends. Like, a lot of my close friends are either in Japan or some other country, if you know what I mean. It's frustrating. But at least I've got my one best friend in the same country. I rise from the couch, following his direction to the kitchen counter. I picked up some simple and prepared ingredients to make beef adobo, adding in some veggies and starches as well. Oh, and by the way, I made sure to eliminate your usual allergies, so don't worry about that. Of course. Wait, what code? I'm getting like, let's see. Oh God, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, his expression turns suddenly old. It could be cold. Oh, that would make sense. For a second, I was like, "What is he? Did he look like a DILF momentarily?" Jazz, well caught. So you did read my file? No, I just remembered. I didn't actually check. Somehow that seems even worse. Anyways, back to the dish. I'm not sure if you've had adobo before. I've never had adobo, but it's a customizable warm filling dish full of spice and tender. That sounds delicious, and I don't even eat meat. You'd know a lot about that, huh? What? What? Why? Where's this conversation going? Oh, this is cringy. Oh my God. Okay, let's see what's happening. Are they gonna be like flirting? Like, poke his bicep. Why do I find this like embarrassing? He has the same reaction as me. His face flashes. I think the main character is very forward. This is why I love indie games. They have like that little quirks. You don't get this sort of thing in like big games. All the main characters are like really ordinary. Bunny. Perhaps if I was feeling better, I'd find this adorable, but I still feel like crap, and it doesn't feel too great to tease a guy who's only here out of kindness of his heart. I sigh. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. No, it's okay. Why am I in such a giggly mood? I mean, you've already called me beefy before, so I thought, hey, why not make an adobo with beef? And like we could make it a thing. Like an inside joke or so. He's awkward as well. His voice shrinks smaller and quieter as he trails along, but I find oh my gosh. Oh, these are too cute in like a really awkward way. Why my smile growing in response? I just thought it might be funny since you're funny and maybe you'd like that. He's so awkward. That's incredibly sweet, thank you. He meets my eyes, cheeks still pink. Oh, you guys are making me laugh. I love that. Oh, well, they match, I guess. He's trying. Bless him. Yeah, sure. So can I help you prepare anything? Yeah, the beef has been marinating for a while, so you can cut some veggies while I get the pan ready. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. Forgot what... Has he got a... Is that an apron? Is that the Kiss the Chef apron? I didn't think I could ever be taken aback now that I've seen Asian with less clothing, but more? Didn't think that would test me. The apron is admittedly very, very cute. Kiss the cook. This makes me think of college Grace. Because I think, spoilers alert, but there's a all but clothes party that happens in that game, and one of the characters is wearing an apron that says "Kiss the Chef," but like in the down there area. Ah, that made me laugh as well. Adrian checks my confused expression and laughs. Gift from a friend, but it's easy to clean, so I'm not complaining. I point towards the phrase. I think your friend is trying to drop hints. His grin widens and my heart leaps to my throat. Someone should tell his girlfriend then. Don't think she'd appreciate it. Whatever witty comeback I may have responded with dies in my throat. The way he's looking at me is too much to handle. I set up the cutting board right behind you, so feel free to get started. Ah, right, of course. With that, I nervously attend to the veggies, trying not to pay attention to the way Adrian's elbow brushes against mine as he adjusts the stove temperature. He's clearly paying attention to me, though, and soon I sense him hovering behind me again. Sorry, well, your vegetable cuts are way too big. We're not cutting the vegetables right, apparently. Red-hot embarrassment climbs up my face, my hand dropping the knife with a clatter. Oh, sorry, geez, I'm not used to this. It's okay, let me show you. Oh, this is cute. Oh my god, I love this. Oh, this is adorable. He's so, he's massive. He's huge. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, right, sorry. I had to have my moment there. And then he's closer. It's adorable. His body presses flush against mine, the ripple of his abdomen detectable through the crinkles of the apron. His arms wrap in front of me in a way that feels unnecessary for such a quick demonstration. So try holding the potato flat like this, and then bend your fingers so you don't accidentally cut yourself. I'm sorry, but this is so wholesome. Oh, my heart. This is so cute. Oh. I was not expecting this wholesome situation. Oh my god. I know, right? I love a big man too. It's just a big guy that can do all the housewifey things. Oh, my heart. I always think of whenever there's a big guy that looks a little bit maybe even scary doing really feminine things, there's just something about that gap that is just... Or if they have a Pomeranian or something, where there's that huge gap. If there was a Pokemon trainer and he was a really big guy and his Pokemon was a Pichu or a Sylveon or something, I'd be like, oh my heart. His breath is soft and warm against my ear, and the sound of it reverberating deep into my chest. His large hands over mine, the contact sending bolts of electricity up my forearm. When he applies pressure, my mind turns to mush. She's tiny. Bless her. And then cut it into small cubes like this. Okay, you're lucky that you're 6 foot. I'm it seems to be a trending thing right now. Where it's preferable if a guy is above 6 foot. Way of the House Husband. Oh, I saw that on Netflix. I only saw one episode, but honestly, Jazz, that guy, my heart, so cute. Blood, you're 5 foot. That's so small. That's adorable. I try to memorize the feeling of his arm against mine, the heat of his body, before all too soon he steps away. The giraffes. I'm 5... I'm 163 centimeters. I don't know what that is in feet. Well, last time checked, 162.5 actually, but I just say 163. He isn't blushing though, completely composed. He must have known what he was doing, right? 5'2", oh that's so cute. Why is it that I find shortness cute? Like, I don't know why I find that. He can't be that oblivious. But nothing about the way Adrian carries himself seems practiced or deliberate. If he was trying to stop my heartbeat, then the most it could have been was an impulse. Alright, looks like we got everything ready to go. Thanks for your help. I'll take it from here. Yeah, sure. Pretty sure I just got in your way. Oh yeah, Edisi, you're really tall. I'm kind of envious though because like I always see height as, I don't know, cool. And there are certain clothes that you can only really wear if you're tall. Benkei. Oh, the thing with Benkei is he's too much of a dad. That's the problem I had with him. I try not to stare too hard when he offers me a bowl. Eyes shining, apron only slightly messy. Thanks. 180? Oh my gosh. That's so tall. You guys, you're all so tall. Can you see the sparkles in my eyes? I'm 163. 187? Whoa, had a bunny. That's amazing. Wow. Of course, I'm eating too, anyways. He unties his apron and sets it atop his backpack. It was nice while it lasted. You know, clearly like looking at Adrian with his little apron. Sometimes I'll prepare this dish after a workout, which conveniently enough, I did this morning. Congrats! I could never do a morning workout, and today is further evidence of that. How's the weather there? So I'm 5'4". Okay. That seems pretty, like, average, doesn't it? Yes, Google. 5 foot, that's so, like, small. I'm jealous of the two extremes, probably because it's extremes. Like, if you're average, that's kind of boring, you know? Like, nothing really. Right, Irisu? Like, Benkei was too dad-like. He didn't have enough of the coolness going on. Well, I wouldn't say never. But tell me, what do you usually like to do? Be honest. I'll be honest, I'm not a gourmet chef like you. Oh, do tell. I toss a pillow at him and he laughs. I'm kidding, I'm just a perfectionist when I cook. I'm sure you're fine. What did that also feel like? A dig? It wasn't, I swear. Maybe I shouldn't open up to you anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. Please tell me what you like to do. Begging? That's more like it. Something sharp passes through his eyes. Oh, have we made him mad? Don't get used to it. Oh. What was that? He showed a little bit of, like, angriness there. I live with ants. 4'9". My goodness, she's tiny. I don't think I actually... This is kind of funny because my boyfriend's best friend is like really short and his girlfriend is even shorter. So they're all like really short. And we keep on joking like because they're about to have a baby. Or like, I wonder if the baby's going to be tiny as well. I'm going to pick my clothes and see them to be long enough. Hey, wizard, welcome. I was always jealous of the shorter girls in school because I felt like a giant next to them. Oh, you shop at the kids section. Oh, bless you. But some kids' clothes actually look quite pretty, like all the like dresses and stuff. And I know this sounds really weird, but sometimes I do look at like not like the kids, but like the maybe 13, 40-year-old kids and like some of their summer dresses and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I would want to wear that. But they would, of course, would never fit me. So I know, right? And funny. Imagine if the baby grew up and it turned out to be like 6 foot. That would be so funny. Oh God, that's gonna make me feel old when that baby is like 18 or something. Oh, I don't want to think about it. It's perfect when going to Japan. That's very true. Because the gap between like 5'6" 5" seemed too big to me. I'm the same, Elisa. I'm used to centimeters and millimeters too. The junior section in the US. Well, I may not be a fit. I think it's because you kind of get bored, like you see adult clothes all the time. So when you come across something that's different, it feels a bit more exciting than like the same old, same old. Well, I may not be a fitness junkie, but I love skincare. Adrian gulps down a forkful of rice as he nods his head. Oh yeah, that's getting really popular these days, right? I don't know too much, but I do use sunscreen. Oh, bless him. Brilliant, you've already got most of it nailed then. When I have the energy, I'll go the whole 9 yards. Double cleanse, toner, essence, oh my. Oh, don't they have all those different types of masks too? I have some younger cousins, and when I visit them, we put on these like tiger-shaped. Let's see if I have a photo of it. But I did have. So my bestie got me a Gudetama face mask, like a while back, and oh my God, it looks terrible. It looks. Oh, I don't know whether to share this. I think I shared it on Discord. You're gonna laugh. It's terrifying, right? It's actually terrifying. Oh my God, that's a face mask. It's like called a Gudetama face mask or something. But yeah, no, it made you look terrifying. It kind of made me think of that. The packaging was very cute though. 6'7". Oof. Oh my God. Washes his face with soap. Love a man who uses sunscreen. The mummy mask. An image of a cute tiger sheet mask over a bunch of kids' faces, and then Adrian splashes through my head and I laugh. Right? It didn't look like I was imagining some like cute mask and I was gonna take a photo and put it on Instagram, but I was like, yeah, this is not going on Instagram. Only cute things are allowed on my Instagram. Oh God. A filter could not make that look better. Oh dear me. Exactly, it's fake marketing. Yeah, I guess I must have looked ridiculous, huh? Probably, we'll have to recreate the experience just to make sure. Of course. Other than that, sometimes when I need a quick respite in the office, I take comfort in cute stationery, my chocolate bar stash in my desk drawer, reading manga online. Cute stationery, I think. I've got my planner, notebooks, pens, and sticky notes all coordinated into fancy food and snack shapes. I reach inside a nearby drawer and show him my peach sticky note. Peach, it fits my name. I approve. Even if I'm just scheduling meetings or leaving reminders for myself, it helps make the day feel more, I don't know, light. That's cute. I ignore the flutter in my heart and move on. Outside of work, I also enjoy reading everything, really. Who enjoys reading everything? Like, you must prefer something over another. And writing, though I haven't been making much progress in my novel. Wow, you're writing a novel? That's awesome. I wouldn't even know how to go about that. I first got my idea while I was in college. I walk him through my process of researching, outlining, drafting my story. His eyes widen with rapt attention. Man, you know a lot. Oh, I don't know about that. Seriously, you can casually list off all this info about researching and writing. In addition to all this, you're also leading a marketing campaign. That's really impressive. He sighs and looks aside. I mean, I may know a lot about physical health, but I get so wrapped up in fitness world that everything else can sometimes seem so beyond me. I'm sure you have some other interests, right? He thinks for a moment. I like plants. I grow a bunch of different types in my apartment. He likes plants. Oh, bless him. I don't know what it is, but something about it. That's cool. I can only half manage these two. Actually, I think I need to water them today. Do you have a green thumb? He shrugs, looking a bit bashful. It took some time for me to understand them, but I'm pretty good at maintaining their growth now. Oh, and I also like cooking, which you now know. And he's good at it too. I finished my bowl clean. Sometimes I'll make a dish and bring it over to my friends' apartments whenever we're having a get-together. That's right, I almost forgot. You're popular. Ah, well, sometimes I'll bring food out of guilt. When you have a lot of people to meet, that usually means you also can't stay for too long. Oh, so I'm special then. Oh, he's got a bit red again. Liz. Oh, that's funny. I make time. Oh, to be fair, she did. Excuse me. I don't know what happened there. I feel like dust went in my lungs or something. See, if I had my normal mic, I could mute it so you didn't have to hear that disgraceful, ugly noise of a cough. But, you know, I'm not at home right now, so. She did, what I was gonna say is she did hide her book before he arrived, so I think it's smart as well. I make time for all my friends, including you. Thanks for your time then. Must be tiring being constantly booked. Maybe a bit, but I'm used to being on my feet. He attempts a bright smile, but it seems a bit off. Right, well, I'm not, so I think I'm just going to sit back after that meal. It was really tasty. Aww. With that, I stretch out my back and legs, laying my head out on the back of the sofa with a large sigh. Now all I need to do is transcend this mortal body. I don't mean to impose, but just ask. I can't be mad at you now that you've fed me. He lets out a quiet laugh. Well, would you like a Where is this going? Where is this going, guys? Would you like a massage? I'd be like, we just met, so no. My eyes flash open, my quiet heartbeat now thundering. I'm counting this as a murder attempt. Usually a regularly scheduled massage is recommended for those who typically work out, even if it's not strenuous, and despite what you may think of yourself, you're very diligent. And also perhaps tired out. It might help if you're interested. Oh, well, alright. He makes it sound so casual, doesn't he? Great, what would you like me to focus on? My neck's been pretty stiff, so it might be really relaxing to have him massage that area. Yucca from the Abyss. Let me Google that. Oh, they look cute. What's this? Is that an indie game? Oh, I like the art. Who's this long-haired guy? Huh, thank you for the info, Casey. Had a bunny. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It makes me think of when I was at uni and someone insisted they walk me home. Like looking back at it now, I think it was genuinely like a kind of kind thing that they did. But obviously at the time I was quite like innocent. I was what, like 19 or something, and I was worried that he thought that if he walked me home, he'd, you know, get to come into the house or whatever. So I was like, no, you don't have to walk me, you don't have to walk me. He was just genuinely being a nice guy because it wasn't a dodgy area and he just wanted to make sure I got home. But you know, you can't help but like worry, if you know what I mean. Like, what are the intentions? Yeah, if anyone's played it, I'd love to know. Maybe you can ask on Discord. Someone may have played it, and it advertises it if no one has. Which obviously I want indie games to get as much exposure as possible. But I've also been walking a lot due to my campaign work. Some feet, leg focus wouldn't hurt, but the idea of Adrian touching my leg is a bit exciting. This main character, oh my god, it makes me laugh. I think personally I would go for neck. Yeah, because I've got stiff neck all the time. Sure, why don't you take a seat on the floor and I'll get started? I slide a pillow onto the ground and wait with trepidation, fully aware of his movements behind me. Shakira, are you talking about the game I'm playing right now or the one that Casey mentioned? Something Abyss? You carve from the abyss. He places his legs on either side of me and leans over. The taut muscle of his calves block my side vision. When his hands graze the skin of my neck, I give a sharp inhale. Ah, you okay there? Yeah, it's fine, sorry, just nerves, super tight, remember? My laugh is clearly strained, but he doesn't seem to notice. When his thumbs dig into me, my mind clouds with his warmth. Oh wow, yeah, you definitely carry a lot of tension here. He rubs his knuckles into a circular motion. I've got a really bad neck, but it's probably because I play otome games or just games in general and I'm like this. So, I don't know. Probably been sitting at the office all day, huh? Do you have a good desk setup? Ergonomic? Oh, 50% off on Steam right now. Which reminds me, is Nameless or Dandelion on sale? Because those are the two games I'm really curious about, particularly Nameless actually. Oh yeah, sure, definitely. Totally ergonomic. This feels too good. I no longer exist. You know, there are definitely stretches you can do every half hour, so that can also help in relieving tension. You can even give yourself your own massage too if you know which muscles to activate. He sounds like such a blessing. He lists a series of connected muscle groups within the neck, shoulder, and back area, all which ironically go totally over my head. What? Nothing, just thought of a pun. A muscle pun? Not really, sorry. Oh, okay. A few more minutes pass and I absent-mindedly listen to him talk. I still have no idea what he's describing, but his voice is really calming. Are you feeling better? Yeah, thanks. When I look up, I notice a slight flush on his face. Was he nervous this whole time too? He looks awkwardly off to the side and then back at me again. The pink in his cheeks now gone. Well, glad I could help then. Adrian takes a minute to exhale, setting himself on the far end of the couch as I crouch back into my corner, my heart still beating fast. You should feel a bit looser now. Maybe physically, I suppose, but also I'm still having a mind out of body experience right now. Right, Jazz? I want to know too. I think I remember a doctor telling me that you're supposed to like do this. and then this for like a few seconds, and then like front, and then like back as well. But I don't stick to that. Yeah, I'm hoping people have played it. If not, I'll just try it out myself, even though my backlog is really bad. And yet, the more I look at him, the more I realize he's just as bewildered as I am, and much more tense. Hey, I'm no pro, but would you like a massage too? His eyes widen, though he's still staring at the floor, and he sucks in a breath. No, it's all right, I'm fine. But now, with the sunlight shading him through my window, I can see the bags under his eyes. You sure? I may not know much about muscles and ligaments and stuff, but you seem pretty exhausted. A weak laugh escapes him. It sounds so foreign it surprises me. Sorry, I shouldn't be like this in front of you. I came here to comfort you, not make you worry. You don't have to apologize. He doesn't look at me though, opting to stay silent. Who do you talk to? He raises his head. Huh? You asked me who I confide in. What about you? Which of your friends do you open up to? I reckon he's the type that has like loads of friends, but none of them are like close friends, if you know what I mean. Oh, thank you, Irisu. Yeah, that's the one that I don't really get. So that's why these are the ones that I tend to do more of. I can hear like how bad my neck is because I feel like the clicking noises. It's really gross. If you know, you know. His expression slackens, then tightens in deep thought, eventually resting in a resigned smile. Well, when I have an awful client meeting or something equally terrible, I can usually talk to some other trainers or employees at the gym. Telling jokes with them helps me feel better, gets my mind off things. But can you be tired with them? His eyebrows bunch in confusion. What do you mean? Can you sit back, eat junk food, vent, and watch TV with them? Tell them your problems even if neither of you have easy solutions? And just be an overall messy person with them in the times when you need a break. I mean, I wouldn't want to be like that around them. I waved my hand in the air to cut him off. Neither would I. That's why I didn't really want you to hear it today. That's why I didn't really want you here today at first. I honestly thought I should have warded you off. Oh no, I knew this was too much. But I'm glad you came over. Oh, spending the day with you has been nice. You've been thoughtful and patient with me, and I hope you at least know that I won't judge you if you ever want to take a break and just be tired around me too. He stares at me and ever so slowly that deer in the headlights look in his eyes melts into newfound understanding, his smile tender and sincere. You know, when you're not teasing me, you're very kind. Does he think the teasing's really mean, I wonder? Probably. A warm, cozy sensation bubbles up in my chest, my cheeks flaming. I can't speak for a moment until finally I mutter a broken thanks, which he seems to ignore as he stares further. And then he blinks. It's getting late. I should head out. I'm still in a half-dazed stupor when he rises from the couch, scrambling up behind him when he reaches the kitchenette, shuffling around his cooking-ware back into his backpack. Let's meet up again soon. I'll show you my place next time. When he walked to the door, I found my grounding again. Thank you again for coming over. This was a helpful break from the awfulness of the week. Of course, I had a good time too. Seems like he wa- Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, just got a tea. Sorry for the noise I'm making. I wonder what issues he has as well, because it seems like he's got issues too. Mary, I was literally thinking about you right now. Welcome to the stream. Anyways, you have my number, so feel free to let me know when you're free. I will, just don't be too booked, okay? For both our sakes. You need a rest too. He nods his head, gives me one last unreadable book, and then walks away. I lean my head out the door to reach him and make his way down the hallway to the elevator. Why does it feel like he knew today just as much as I did? An encounter that started as sweet and casual somehow evolved into something heated and revealing. And as much as I found comfort in Adrian's cheerful laugh, I couldn't help but wonder what he looked like when he wasn't laughing. Also, that look in his eyes, that serious, almost angry one, where did that come from? The more I thought about him, the more curious I became. As for Adrian, his figure had now long disappeared from the hallway, most likely off to visit someone else. No, I can't keep thinking like this. A guy like that, that's sweet and positive, can't be good for me. That's fair enough, Mary. Time zones and stuff. He can make me laugh and cook for me, but in the end I should know better than to hope for more. I gulp down the bitterness of this truth. I know who I am. I lean away from the hallway back to my room, and slowly I close the door. Oh, we're in chapter 3. You missed all the daddy talk, that's true. Wait, how many hours, like how long? Okay, 1.5 hours, that's not too bad. I stare at Canelay Marketing Inc., taking in its imposing height, a standout even in the midst of a city. Around me, people rush by to their offices, only I stand still. Today I'm going to tell Boss about my co-workers. I'm going to tell her and it's going to be fine. And if it's not fine, I'm still going to be fine. I'll get through the day and go home, and tomorrow will start. The main character, we're all really like, she definitely holds something. Like there's definitely like a darkness about her, and we're all trying to figure out like what it is. I think she's very self-conscious about the way she looks. Mary, don't worry, no dilfs appeared. All of these statements are true, neutral, inevitable. I have nothing to fear. I take in a deep breath and walk inside. The sound of my loafers clacking through the halls echoes without disturbance. My co-worker is silent as I take my seat. Nothing but the soft whir of the overhead vents fills the room, just me and my bright computer screen. I nervously glance aside at Boss's closed door, wondering when she'll be free today. Maybe I should send an email to ask for the time first, just to document everything. Yeah, you need a paper trail. My fingers tremble as I send a tentative meeting request during lunch. She accepts immediately. Oh no, this is terrible. No, wait, this is exactly what I wanted. Stop doing this to me, brain. All that's left is to do my daily tasks until the clock crawls forward. Hey there, Lulu. Glad to spend some time chatting with you. How's the campaign going? Huh? Oh, really well. We've confirmed our strategy and have rolled out our social media campaign to prep for the live event. Grace has been really helpful in keeping everything organized, and she's got some great ideas for the pop-up. Amazing. Boss takes a bite out of her salad and sits back in her chair, giving me a meaningful look. I don't think that's why you wanted to talk to me, though, is it? It isn't. I've gone over how to say this 1,000 times, balancing assertive 21st century businesswoman with please don't fire me and call me oversensitive and difficult. Sounding respectful and fair, but also this is literally what they said about me, and it was kind of undeniably rude. Concluding with this is the plan I propose to address this problem because I am very judicious and thoughtful with I trust your judgment and I also have no idea what to do that won't make the situation worse. I think this is why I didn't quite, in my last job, didn't quite work out for me because I didn't think enough. I just said what I thought and it got me in trouble. This is always the case. In the end, I tell my story in a half-coherent mess. Everything I've said is true, but not as carefully articulated as I would have liked. But Boss sees me. I see. I am deeply sorry that I didn't notice this sooner. Thank you for telling me. Don't worry about this any longer. I'll take care of it. What does she mean by that, though? What if that makes it worse? Okay. Not quite sure how to interpret that. Her expression softens into something human and recognizable. It'll be okay, you're not in trouble. I've been in your shoes before, so I know how you feel. She rises, throwing her empty paper bowl into the trash. So let me take on those worries of yours, and you can go back to focusing on the campaign. Got it? Yes, got it. I follow her out the door, suddenly feeling much lighter. When I reach my desk, I can still sense coldness from my coworkers, but it doesn't seem to bother me as much anymore. Time to get some campaign work done. I spend the next few hours researching and polishing our strategy, checking our social media analytics along the way. Hi Kaiju, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming by. And it's really cute. You know, it's funny because the graphics seems very like handmade and stuff, but they've done it in like a tasteful way, if that makes sense. I don't know how people do that. I end up getting a lot more work done than I had anticipated, with an hour to spare before the day ends. I've got some free time. What else should I look up? Oh. I don't know which one to go for. I want to see Adrian, so maybe... I can't remember the name of the convention, Adrian's convention, but perhaps if I search online for health conventions in this area, it'll pop up. There's a few occurring in the city, but only one meets Adrian's description. The largest health convention in the country, opening its doors in 2 months. Get moving, 2000 whatever. It's what I expected it to be. Brands, motivational speakers, social media influencers, yoga instructors, nutritionists, blah, blah, blah. It could be fun, but I wouldn't belong there. I straighten my shoulders, brushing the thought away. I wonder if I can find Adrian's name here. After a bit of scrolling, I find him, and his familiar profile sends a rush of warmth through my chest. Adrian Ray's personal trainer and online personality. He probably doesn't like the latter label. Seeing him surrounded by so many other accomplished health professionals almost feels strange, even though I'm fully aware of how successful he is. Maybe it's because I've seen him cook for me. I've seen him flustered and honest and tired. The website lists him as a newcomer. Wonder if he recognizes some of the other names listed here. I make a few mental notes of the names that stick out to me and check the time. 5 p.m. Sweet freedom. I collect my... remember, this makes me think of my previous work where it would finish at 5:30. Those 30 minutes felt like an eternity, honestly, because I'd always think, everyone else gets to leave at 5, like in other companies, and we're having to stay until 5:30. I think I'll do some writing tonight. On Wednesday, I meet Grace at office to work on the campaign again. Morning, Liru. What's on the agenda today? Well, we've got social media on lock, so all that's left is the outreach grunt work. After emailing a few local cafes, libraries, and more, I received permission to put up some stands and posters. We'll be walking through the city nearly all day. Oh boy, she looks like she means it. Alright, I've got the materials ready in the inventory room, so let's get rocking and rolling. Fueled by gusto and sturdy footwear, Grace and I charge into the city, popping from location to location, putting up stands, speaking to locals, and formally introducing ourselves to business owners. Luckily, most places had printed out our posters ahead of time, putting them up themselves, so stands and public speaking took up most of our time. By lunch, we're completely drained. Let's stop at this cafe. I hear they've got a lot of trendy food for okay prices. Sounds good. Wonder if they'll become friends. So, Grace, we haven't had much time to just chat. What got you into event management? Oh, yeah, well, I've always been interested in marketing, but I don't really have the personality for the public-facing parts. In event management, though, I get to be part of a team, even though I'm a pretty socially anxious person. I can disappear in an event. I can disappear, but the impact of my work is still around me. Seeing everyone enjoy themselves because of an event that I organise just fills me with pride. The sentiment evokes a well of emotions in me, a feeling that maybe all these little hints and nudges that Grace and I are similar actually mean something. And if she can succeed, then working at Canelay is just an absolute dream come true. I've admired your campaigns for years, and even though I'm still kind of an anxious person, this Learn event makes me want to jump first into every new opportunity. I'm just so excited for what happens next. And just as quickly as my connection with her forms, so does it dissolve away. Oh. I give her a practiced smile and bring my teacup to my lips. Grace and I part ways when we return to the office. Wondering how many emails have accumulated in my absence, I hurry back to my desk. Only to find the office completely empty. I know, right? Grace seems adorable. Oh no. Whisper, whisper. What is it this time? Follow the sounds to the boardroom, and behind the closed doors I hear Boss. Boss's harsh tone mixed with the diplomatic assurances of HR, and quietly in the background my co-workers defending themselves. I take a step back, a dread-like nausea settling in my stomach. Lulu earned this opportunity. Besides, how can you say she'll fail when you weren't even how can you say she'll fail when you haven't even seen what she's made of yet? Wondered if perhaps you'll tell me something different, but you're really going to double down on this? A meek, muddled mumble answers her. No, that just isn't enough. I'm extremely disappointed. Oh my god, this could go so bad. Huh? Oh yes, sorry, I'll lower my voice. Boss stood up for me. She thinks I can do it. I splashed cold water on my face and look into the mirror. They still think I'm going to fail though, huh? Fine, time to kick ass. Resolve replaces nausea. I'm sick of this. I rush out the door through my work and later to the gym. The treadmill is no match for me. I leap onto the machine, recklessly push for a higher speed, and jog a full 4 miles, complimented by my phone's playlist of bangers. Bangers? Oh my god, the gym. It makes me laugh though because it's so like not what I would do. I can't. I struggle with any sort of exercise. The thing is, I don't mind exercise. Like I used to go on a run every now and then and stuff, but I couldn't help but in my mind be like, but I could be playing games, or I could be doing this, I could be drawing, or do you see what I mean? That was the issue I had. I didn't like running enough. Hi, Lidu. And I said, no way, I'm staying for a while. Lidu, so I got to show the... Is she singing? Right, it is so like, yeah, the same, I'm thinking the same thing, Jazz, but there's also part of me that worries about her. Lidu. Oh, she's singing in the gym. Yeah, they should be put in their place. I turn my head dramatically to the right to finish off the song's grand finale and meet Adrian's eyes. Oh, Adrian, sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. Got lost in the song. Haha, yeah, I noticed. If I wasn't already pink cheeked from exercise, I certainly am now. I wanted to ask how you've been. Oh, good. I told my boss about my co-workers. And she stood up for me. I'm going to be okay. Same guys. I'm sitting there going, oh, what are you doing? That's awesome. I knew it would work out. My co-workers still don't believe in me, so I have no choice but to ace this campaign and shove it in their faces. Clearly the most mature response. He leans in, his eyes twinkling. So that's why you're all pumped up today. You're in the mood to push yourself? Fancy a little training that it's also personal? Oh, that was cringy as well. I give him a friendly nudge. So you can make me do push-ups again? No thanks. Aw, that's too bad. Anyways, what's up with you? Still balls to the wall busy? I didn't know people still use that phrase, but yeah. The next 2 weeks are going to be kind of chaotic for me, so maybe we could hang out afterwards? Sure, besides, I'll still get to see you there, right? Yeah, I'm always here. A warm smile stretches across his face, and he gently squeezes my arm before walking back to the main counter for his next client. Oh yeah, I've seen that before, and I get secondhand embarrassment. Like, oh, I don't understand. For some reason, singing is really embarrassing to listen to. Like, even if they're really good singing, like singers, you still kind of cringe. I reach for my forearm, the area is still sizzling from his touch. I wonder what hugging him would be like. But I can't think thoughts like that. Not now, not when I'm just getting motivated to work. Wait, I haven't watched Spider-Man 3. Does that sort of thing happen? I hit the showers and head home. I noticed some new faces on Thursday. Morning, Niru. I'm Charlie from sales. There's some construction going on our usual department floor, and boss was selfless enough to have us reorganize here for a bit. Oh, cool. Nice to meet you, Charlie. We engaged in some meaningless chatter all the while. In the back of my head, I wonder, where did boss move my old seatmates? Did she move them? Part of me wants to strut straight into office and ask, but then I remember what she told me. So let me take on those worries of yours, and you can go back to focusing on the campaign. Got it? I should leave this in boss's hands. One streamer I know of that I can listen to sing and not die of cringing embarrassment. Oh yeah, Kaiju. There's just something about it, right? That's like kind of, I don't know, you just sort of cringe and sigh. MC is actually low-key that's what I was thinking too, Jazz. I'm like, girl. But that's what I like about indie games. You don't see any of this in Japanese otome games. Like, I love Japanese otome games. They have their place, but like the Western, like more indie ones, you know, I find the main characters more funny. All of my three are classics now. I've only watched like one of them with what's his name? What's her name? What is her name? Yeah, I've only watched one of them though. If people sing in movie and series, even if they sing good most of the time, I'm not really feeling it. What about in like a musical? Oh, you would hate the Dance with Devils anime then, because it's a musical and it's really embarrassing. Loki want to do like a watch party and cringe with everyone else. Heading towards my desk, I review my agenda for the day. Oh wait, that's right. Today I'm meeting with our production team. A cache path of the 5 is like that as well. Yeah. That's on Switch, isn't it? Ugh, my backlog. Why is it so long? Musicals can be cringy at times too. What about Disney princesses? Shakira. I love Dance with Devils the game, but I remember trying to watch the anime and I was like, what is this? Yeah, it helps when it's like professionally done. By the time I'm finished prepping my materials, the clock has already hit the lunch hour. After one last email confirmation, I leave for their floor. Yeah, that's what I heard, but even so, I don't know, there's just something about it. Something about the Dances Devils. Anyway, I think it is the singing that makes me cringe. I don't mind it, but I don't know. Yeah, otome anime I feel are like, they can be very hit or miss. Taylor Tales on speaking of backlog. Animation scene doesn't bother me as much. Okay. Oh, Frozen. I personally am more of a Tangled person. I prefer Tangled. Together we discuss ways to cut costs and make the most out of our budget, brainstorming on pop-up material costs, distribution fees, and multi-purpose goodie bags for guests. Though I hadn't known many of the people of this floor well, once we start bouncing ideas off of each other, I can sense a camaraderie between us grow. I end up learning a great deal from them and they from me, bolstering my confidence in the event's success. When I returned to my desk, I noticed an unread email from boss. Hi Nidu, hope you're enjoying your temporary seatmate. By the way, I spoke with Logan from design team and Ezra from analytics to see if they had any valuable insight for your campaign. See their comments below. Oh, if my boyfriend did that, I don't know, I'd be like, sorry. Everything about it would be cringy. Oh, okay, Zolta, if you say so. I try and get him to stop for sure. Be like, what are you doing? Oh god, the thought. I eagerly take in Logan and Ezra's back and forth replies, furiously scribbling down notes. I can't wait to show Helen this. I spend the rest of the day emailing Helen my progress and curating our approaching physical event. After work, I meet up with Amara, hoping to finally catch up after such a wild week. Hey, Lilu, how are you? I'm so sorry I couldn't hang out last week. I was having an atrocious work week as well. Obviously I'm gonna ask about her week first. That's just the polite thing to do. Oh, you've watched it like 100 times, huh? Wait, which one's that? The Mother Knows Best one? Because that's probably one of my favorite songs in that movie. Tell me all about it. I need details. Oh, and let me guess. It has to do with your copywriter. Bullseye. Luckily, though, it's all been resolved now. I decided to send my supervisor a tasteful email about my concerns, and thankfully they were very understanding. Not only did the copywriter become more tolerable as a result, but now that my article is published, I don't have to work with her anymore. She's moving to another article. Whoa, wait, when do I get to read this article? Anytime you want. It's about dating apps though, so it may not be relevant depending on whether or not you and Adric... Oh, shut up! What, you asked me to talk about my article? Anyways, I tried to take another angle other than, wow, the algorithm can't match me and my brain is polluted because of all these profiles. I remember going on like Tinder out of curiosity, like not actually use it because I was still with my boyfriend and he knew about it and he made a profile as well. We were like looking through together because it was kind of funny and everyone looks so cringy. Like, why are there so many guys that are like topless with a puppy? It was just everything about it was cringy and I was glad that I don't have to deal with all that. I don't know if he would like force me to watch it, and then again he has got me to watch movies. I say I love every song in it. Other animated movie with good singing is Barbie and the Pauper. I haven't watched Barbie and the Pauper. I'm curious now. I'm curious. I really liked Sweeney Todd musical. Which, like, is true, but I also wanted to talk about reasonable alternatives. Like, yeah, you can meet people in real life, but also that's where the creeps are. Can't background check on the fly when you're mid-conversation. Anyways, why am I complaining to you? You met someone in a gym, which for me would be like the worst place to make a first impression. Believe me, I'm the same. The second impression was pretty bad too. I was in my nightgown when he came over. Wait, hold up. What did I miss? Nightgown? He came over. Oh yeah, he visited my apartment to cook me lunch. I was having an awful day, so he wanted to comfort me. Gave me a massage. This sounds so like dodgy if you didn't know the context. A platonic massage, and we're hoping to meet up again in a few weeks. Kaiju. I love that. It would only work if it was satire, I think. It's just so cringy. They all look like fuck boys. I was like, oh, like, the type that you would avoid because they'd probably not be nice. Hungry for Hot Pockets. I've never had a Hot Pocket before. They look delicious though. I need to watch some of these Barbie movies. I don't know, they sound fun. It's like the Barbie games, I love those. Yeah, I really like the music from Sweeney Todd. He forced you to watch it. Thank you, Mary. And what exactly are you hoping for? I mean, I don't know, we're just hanging out. Okay, but if he makes a move. Warmth crawls up my neck and I avoid her gaze. He's just a nice guy, Amara. Are you scared? I don't know, I mean, he's sweet, but... Well, there's no reason to rush things, you know? Sure, however, it might be worth directly talking to him about it. Being scared, that is. He's already got so much on his plate, and it's not like I'm... like you're what? It doesn't matter. She looks aside... Oh, I keep on doing that. And sighs. Well, say what you want, but I think things are looking up. Oh, you think most of the guys are... Okay, so you didn't like it. That's fair enough. Okay, I haven't actually seen... So, in terms of actual theatre, I've watched Book of Mormon. I've seen Phantom of the Opera. I've seen Wicked. There was another one that was like sort of a low budget one, but it was decent. I can't remember the name though. Yeah, I can't remember. It was fun. And I'd really like to watch Hamilton, Les Miserables, 6. That one looks good. To be honest, I like musicals in general. Oh, I also watched Lion King when I was young. That's another good one. London's good for all the musicals. Oh, Chicago. That is probably my favorite musical. I do love Chicago. Cats. That's a pretty good one, isn't it? I haven't watched that one. Our biggest stresses have been addressed, and there's nothing but excitement and new opportunities in our future. I offer her a smile and we clink our glasses, waiting for the server to take our order. The next 2 weeks passed by quickly, the campaign taking more and more of my time as the date of the event approached. Still, I found time throughout the day to chat with Adrian, if not at the gym, then through text. I had worried that our tenuous relationship might dissolve without face-to-face communication, but strangely enough, I found him easy to talk to even if I couldn't see his smile. Les Miserables is off Broadway in New York. It sounds like a good, solid one to watch. Was it all just singing, so there were no words at all? His enthusiasm shone through his emojis, and I started to find it endearing. Eating anything yummy for lunch? Nope, only had time to munch down a few protein bars before my next client session. Oh, is that like a not healthy thing to do? I mean, it's not bad, but not as good as an actual meal. Sometime I'll drop something off at the gym for you then. You would do that? Yeah, I'll bring a dry chicken breast. Oh no, that sounds so gross. Read anything good lately? Yeah, I recently picked out this new short story anthology. How long is the shortest one? Maybe 10 pages or so? Why? Do you want to go on speaker? I had a long day. Could use a bedtime story. Not sure if there's bedtime story material. You have a nice voice, so it doesn't matter what the story is about. Oh, well, in that case. I tried out one of your recipes the other day. Really? Yeah, it wasn't bad, but I added a bit more salt and pepper into my version. You changed it? Why does he look so hurt? It feels like I kicked a puppy or something. Was a Lion King musical when I've been to my London class trip. I was a bit lost because it was all English and never watched the movie. I see. Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But yeah, no, Chicago will probably be my all-time favorite musical for sure. Oh gosh, you're pissed off, aren't you? No, just I had very specific reasons why I include certain amounts of different ingredients. Oh yeah, you're pissed. I'm not. What's the weirdest thing a client has ever done? Oh boy, that's a question. I mean, there was one person who brought their entire family to each session for motivation. I would not want my family watching me do workouts. So Shakira, I think this is showing like the conversations they've been having. So it's not really like, I don't think it's necessarily of importance. It's just to show like they've been talking to each other every day. I think that's what this is. There was also this guy who wanted to do training sessions naked while we're at the gym. Oh, that's awkward. Naked? Is that an option? No. In that case, cancel our next meeting. I'm not interested anymore. What? So that was like a snippet of a conversation they had. Oh God, imagine. Imagine being oh, that would be so embarrassing because you'd like say stuff. Right? It would be so embarrassing. Eventually, 2 weeks passed by. Today, I'm meeting up with Adrian after work. My heart does a fun little flip at the thought. Wonder if he'll cook for me again. Oh, and isn't he supposed to show me his apartment today? The heart flipping intensifies. Memories of him at the beach holding my hand, staring at me wonderstruck, flash through my mind. But we're friends, right? That's what I told Amara. Oh, before I can linger on the thought any longer, I get a text from Adrian. Hi, Dudu. Hope you're having a good day. Are you still free after work today? Yeah. Oh, I like these emojis. They're cute. I'm finishing up some last-minute discussions with convention organizers. Do you want to meet me there? I can give you the address. Ooh, insider access? Sure, I'll come. Woo, send me a text when you get there. Get here, even. I'll get to see the convention space early. The idea of Adrian introducing me to his workstation fills me with a sense. I bet there's gonna be like another girl or something. I hope not, but he's doing some pretty cool stuff, and I'm going to get a sneak peek of it all. I let the momentum of my excitement carry me to the end of the workday. Okay, according to Adrian, the convention building should be right over here. I wander into a large building coated with colourful hanging posters and vendor stands. Though the place is crowded, it seems like only staff and participants are present. Okay, Casey. Well, we'll give it a go. I'm tempted to try as well, even though I should really finish the games that I've started. But yeah. I sent Adrian a quick text and drift into crowd. Finally, I find Adrian in deep conversation with a few staff members. Exactly, so if people are able to see various examples of how the exercise is performed, it will make them more confident of not only their own ability, but my instruction as well. Mary, I guess, yeah. So you're looking for like a fluffy game? Right, we'll make sure to add time for that then. You sound so serious. You can always take time out of the nutrition portion of the presentation as well. Getting into the details of diet management can be overwhelming or uncomfortable for some people. It's best to simply state that this information is provided on a case-by-case basis, so those who are interested in more in-depth analyses can talk to me later for further information. Got it. Adrian offers his typical eager grin in response, congenially slapping the staff member on the back. Even though he's still his friendly self, I'm a bit intimidated now. Then Adrian's eyes meet mine and his eager smile widens, eyes shining. Oh, Lily, you're here. Sorry, I meant to check my phone, but I just got wrapped up. He turned to the staff again. I'll be right back. Before I can say a single word, he rushes toward me, taking my hand in his to convention's entrance. Feels like forever since I last saw you. It wasn't that long, but we haven't really had an opportunity to really sit down and chat. I gestured towards the building. Is now a bad time? No, I'm actually really glad you came. With work being so busy, I haven't really had a chance to show anyone how I've been preparing for the convention. It's the biggest convention I've ever been invited to, and I know that if I get any sponsorship deals from this, it will change everything about my business. I'm kind of nervous, excited but nervous. I'm sure you'll do amazing. You think so? The confidence that seemed to radiate off of him moments ago dissipates, his eyes clouded with worry. You're a talented, patient, and hardworking person. I have no doubt everyone will see that when you're present. All right. Yeah. I think it's just to show like that they have been conversing even though they've been apart, if that makes sense. His cheeks redden and his gaze drifts to the concrete sidewalk. A lot of my friends have told me not to worry too, but sometimes I think they just say that not to hurt my feelings. Sometimes I think they see me as like a little kid who can't handle anything critical. And maybe that's why, even if I did something totally screwed up, they wouldn't say anything about it. Or maybe they just laugh at me. I take his hand in mine, hearing his breath catch when I do. Then maybe they aren't friends. Adrian, according to my very professional marketing experience, I can say with complete assurance that you're doing an amazing job. I can see that in the time you invest in your clients, the care you show in your website and content creation, and the confidence you display when you talk to others about your experience. It's impressive and indicative of someone who's genuinely interested in improving the lives of others. That's what the evidence says, and I believe it. Any convention would be lucky to have you. He releases a clipped laugh. You always know what to say, huh? Oh, definitely not. He squeezes my hand, cutting me off. When I look back to him, I notice a calm smile on his face. Calm smile and a soft look in his eyes. He's staring into my eyes as if he's just found something wonderful, deep, deep within me. I gulp as my heartbeat quickens. He drops my hand. Thank you. I was thinking of making stir fry for dinner. How does that sound? Good, it sounds good. He laughs. Awesome, let me just grab my things and we can head out. A few minutes later, we both leave for the subway. 20 or so minutes later, we reach Adrian's apartment complex. Welcome to my humble abode. Wow, this is a nice place. I take in the bright open colors, a dining table meant to entertain, and a lot of plants. Ooh, the plants. That must be why the air is so clear. Yeah, my roommate found a pretty good deal, and when we split the costs, we found the place to be pretty affordable. Is it gonna be like another girl? Why do I keep on thinking it's gonna be like another girl or the main character is gonna be uncomfortable? I think it's because he gives off like a jock vibe, even though he's got like his nice sensitive side. Because he's like, he goes to the gym and stuff, I can't help but think he's gonna be like a jock and he's gonna have like girlfriends. I don't know. Maybe I've been playing too much dynamic chord because that had like every root has another, like the shadow of another woman in it. Normally I hate that trope though, but in dynamic chord, I don't mind, funnily enough. His room is in the back. Oh, so it's a guy. I think he's out on a date today though, so you probably won't get to meet him. What about the room on the right? Oh, well, that hallway goes to my room and my studio. Studio? Yeah, since I run my business from home, I use one of the extra rooms to film my exercise videos. Ah, yes, you bring all your women there, don't you? What a question to ask. No. Oh, he... Ah, that's funny. It is a purely professional G-rated space. Oh, really? How disappointing. I want my nut. Oh my god, what is she saying? Uh... I think this is yet again secondhand embarrassment. Like, what is this girl saying? What? Kidding you, goober? Never heard that word before. You're terrible. There's little conviction in his voice. With a shake of his head, he sets his gym bag down by the doorway, slipping off his shoes. He reaches for a small watering can and fills it in the sink. So the plants, you've got a bunch. How do you find the time to maintain all of them? Taking care of my plants is a peaceful activity for me, so I guess I don't really see it as a task to get done. It's just something I look forward to at the end of the day. Seeing them grow and thrive, it just makes me really happy. His smile calms into something a bit sad. His eyes focus on the tilting leaves of the potted fern before him. Do you need any help? No, that's all right. Thanks for asking. He guides me through the room, pointing out and naming the greenery until he leads me down the hallway to his studio. To be fair, that's what I was thinking, Hika. So for the last few years, I've slowly upgraded this area, and I'm hoping that after this convention, I'll be able to purchase my own office space. Working at home is perfectly fine, but I think an office with an official studio space would allow me to create a variety of online videos that otherwise wouldn't be possible. Yeah, it's kind of mixed, right, Jazz? Like, I don't know. I guess we'll see how things turn out. Makes sense. Has moving to a city made it easier to build your audience? Definitely, though living costs are expensive, I'm having a much easier time finding clients. Oh, that reminds me, you moved here not too long ago, right? 3 Doritos later. Oh my god, you made me want Doritos now. I'm trying really hard to like cut down what I'm eating though, because Christmas was crazy. Like I ate way too much. Yeah, about a year. I shrugged my shoulders. I'm from the countryside, nothing interesting really happened. Oh, don't say that. What college did you go to? Did you like high school? I bet you were a quiet kid, right? Bingo. Any relationships? Oh, what is this? I give him a shrewd look and he blushes. Nothing worth mentioning, to be honest. Wait, I bet she had a bad breakup or something though. The way Amara was talking to her. Friends with benefits. That's true, Nika, that's true. Ah. Wave my hand in the air dismissively. It is what it is. I don't know how I could like I personally don't think I could do that. Like I am very clingy. I don't think I could keep that kind of boundaries. I just don't think it would work for me. Like it just no, I can't see it. I'm the type that stares daggers at anyone that could potentially be like I am so clingy that yeah, it wouldn't work. I don't think it would work. Ah. Let's just say there's a reason why yanders are my favorite trope, you know? What about you, Mr. Popular? Oh, well, I've seen a few people. My last relationship ended around 8 months or so ago. Casey and I were together for about a year and a half. I guess before her, I dated Anna, then Jamie, then Evelyn. Oh my god, he's dated so many people. Right, Jazz? I think that it's too cute, but apparently, if they get enough funding, I think, or so, I can't remember what it said on the website, but it said like they'll give us sort of like an R18 option where they don't show us anything, but they will describe stuff. So I was like, interesting. I don't know how that would work, but okay, thanks. I think I get the gist. Right? It is that just kind of I don't think that, which is funny because I remember at uni a lot of my friends sort of enjoyed a friends with benefits more so than an actual relationship. I hope so, Jazz. Wait, it's not like that. Oh my gosh, I want to be mean. Yanda simulator. No, what is that? I need to Google it. Meanwhile, you guys can decide on which option for me to take because I can't decide. Yanda simulator. Oh my god, it looks terrifying though. Oh my god, this sounds hilarious. I need to stream this. Oh, but then it will reveal my evil side. I don't think that's a good idea. No, seriously though, I'm so curious now. Don't let Senpai notice you. Yanda Simulator is a stealth game about stalking a boy and secretly eliminating any girl who has a crush on him. Oh my god. While maintaining the image of an innocent schoolgirl. This game is currently in development. A demo build is available. Oh my god, maybe I should play the demo. Please keep in mind that the demo contains bugs, but is free. You can check out the game's features below. Every week, a new girl will fall in love with your senpai. You must eliminate her before she can confess her love to him on Friday, because it always happens on Friday. God, that sounds so good. Wide variety of options are on the table. You can set her up with another boy, ruin her reputation, get her expelled from school, frame her for a crime, sabotage interactions with Senpai until he hates her, or kidnap her and keep her trapped in your base. I don't think I'd want to trap someone I don't like in the basement. Or if you prefer a more direct approach, you can simply kill her when nobody is looking. They say it in such a happy way. I'm gonna have to check this out. I don't know whether I'd stream it on Twitch or on YouTube though. What do you mean feature stream game? That makes me sound so bad. It's 5 years. It's been 5 years. Oh my god. I so want to play it. It sounds hilarious. So you guys Casanova. Okay, we'll go with Casanova then. Oh, so they've constantly been releasing updates of the demo. Interesting. Or who knows? Maybe I'll play it on Twitch or on I don't know yet. Twitch or YouTube, one or the other. I swear, if I played that on Twitch, I feel like I'd lose followers. They'd be like, okay, this is not the person we thought Peach was. Let's unfollow her and no, I'm joking, I'm joking. I think everyone would have a blast. But I don't know which audience prefer it, the YouTube one or the Twitch one. I know a lot of you guys come to my Twitch as well, but like obviously people tend to join my YouTube for otome, but then on Twitch for like Shenmue, Yakuza, and normal games. Ah, I see. YouTube would definitely censor it. Okay, maybe I should do it on Twitch then. Hmm. We'll find out. I'll think about it. Yeah, that one. All that blushing had me fooled. You're top tier Casanova, aren't you? No, I'm really not. Oh, bless him. Censor panties button. Oh my god. We got along well. I think Twitch will be funnier if there's censor panties option. Considering that's where I play College Grades. Oh my god. I should play it. It sounds so funny. We got along well and they all thought I was nice, but he sighs. I kind of used to have this tendency of just going out with anyone who asked me. Ooh, I see. No, if I'm playing Yandere Simulator, it's gonna be on stream so I can like talk about it with you guys. And with a lot of the women I dated, we went on a few dates, and then even if I felt like we didn't have a lot to talk about, I still continue to see, oh God, this is gonna make the main character so uncomfortable. Even if in a cartoony way. Why? He rubs the back of his neck, unable to meet my eyes. I just didn't want to be alone, I guess, but in the end, they all broke it off. I was with Casey the longest. She was a nutritionist, and because of our similar careers, she was someone who I could talk to about my work. Sometimes, though, I felt like endlessly talking about the same things all the time made me feel a bit, I don't know, kind of insular, tired. So with Adrian, I guess they should be friends for a while, like not necessarily, continue on to anything that, like, just stay platonic. get to see how they are comfortable with each other and then move to the next stage. That's what I think would be the healthiest way for these guys. Not that I know much, but 6 years to add like one rival. Oh, really? Jazz. Yeah, all of you guys be like, kill her, kill her. But she was nice. Everyone I've dated has been kind, but they also wanted to go places, to travel and work for different companies. I think at first they found it appealing that I ran my own business, but once they realized that meant I would always be in the same place with a similar pacing in my day to day, they got bored. And then they leave. Maybe one day I can guide other trainers and find sustainable ways to manage my career. But for now, this is all I am, all I can be. My breakup with Casey hurt the most though. I suppose it was probably for the best. So is he hung up on his ex? I don't know. Can it not? Like, I remember having a really good guy friend for like a few years, but I got really annoyed with him because he never took sides, and I just don't trust people who don't take sides because it just feels like they're cowardly. Because usually when people say they don't pick a side, they have or do, but they're too cowardly to admit it. And I just, I don't trust that. It makes me uncomfortable. Like mixed signals make me uncomfortable. I am amazing, Casey. My breakup with Casey hurt the most, though I suppose it was probably for the best. What do you mean? He pauses, rubs his chin, and eyes me seriously. I feel embarrassed under his stare, as if I'm probing too deeply into his business. But he doesn't change the subject. Maybe this is a difference in like opinion between a guy and like male and female like thought process. I don't know. Then again, I went to a girls' school, ended up in a relationship, broke up, and then 2 months later ended up with another person, which is my current boyfriend. So I guess I haven't really had any guy friends, or so I don't really get it. You can be friends with a guy without tension. It's a whole different vibe. Zolta, you've insulted everyone here. Oh my god, what is this? He pauses, rubs his chin, and eyes me seriously. I feel embarrassed under his stare, as if I'm probing too deeply into his business. I think maybe it can work if one or the other has like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. I love that, but that's on them. Maybe what Zolta means is like if you've only got one friend that you're really like, you can't be best friends without there ever being like, I can see it working if there once maybe was like some sort of you guys. I love it. Oh dear. You remember reading my blog, right? Yeah. Well, there was a reason behind why I wasn't posting as much 2 years ago. When Casey and I got together, I was still new to running my own business, new to the city, excited to find others in the health and fitness area. She liked how optimistic and upbeat I was. But when my dad was diagnosed with cancer, I couldn't be that guy anymore. And when he died, it hit me hard, too hard for her. He blinks back tears and oh my god. Wow, this just went really really depressing all of a sudden, like oh my god. But I guess it's kind of sweet that he's opening up to the main character though. And I reach for his hand, his mind seems far away. My dad and I were really close. He came to all my sports games. Oh my god, this game's gonna make me tear up. Like, cheered me on even when I messed up, attempted to teach me how to swim, and encouraged me to never give up. He also got me into raising plants, but oh God. Oh no. Okay. Oh, let's have a drink. When I was little, I found all the dirt and tending boring, but as soon as I saw his flowers bloom, I became interested again. When I bought my first plant, a Dracaena, I killed it almost immediately, drowned it without a thought in my head. Apparently, Dracaenas are really easy plants to grow, so it really bummed me out. But my dad told me to keep trying, that if I put my all into something. Oh God, guys, I can't do this. Oh God. And I believed him. I don't think the stereotyping hurts, like as in grouping everyone together, if that makes sense. Maybe it's just a different mentality. I don't know. As I said, I have barely any sort of, like, as I said, I had a close friend, but I already had a boyfriend at the time, so I don't know. He rubs his thumb against the back of my hand. My mum and I weren't very close at first. After I was born, she was really depressed and endured a lot of post-birth complications. When I was a kid, I didn't understand that. I just knew she didn't show up for me like Dad did, and that in the few times she did, she never seemed happy to see me. Uh, to be fair, that's true. It is so you can really tell who is and isn't a truly close friend. It's difficult. And then you also, but I can also understand that, I don't know, because I've had friends who have had a rough time and always I don't know. What has this turned into? Anyway, moving on with the game. But I knew at the very least she loved my dad, and he always loved her too. He laughs to himself. Actually, he was this over the top kind of romantic guy. Married my mom after 3 months of knowing her. Everyone said it wouldn't last, but it did. And seeing him over the moon day after day, even years later, well, it made me want to have a love like that too. So I said yes. Every time a girl asked me out, I said yes, thinking it could be something, even if I was just being brash and naive. And when they saw I wouldn't move or rise up in my career fast enough, who I was wasn't enough anymore. Oh, that seems to be like a big thing nowadays where like I think a lot of people expect their partner to like do really well or but like if your ideals don't not they like your ideas don't necessarily align. Like if you're the type that sees money as success, then I don't think you can be with someone who just wants to be like relaxed and happy, if you know what I mean. I've had a female friend who talk about that. I remember the first time anyone actually like fully confessed their feelings, like to me, it was actually a girl. And I didn't know for like years. I thought they were a really close friend, but they had to move to Brazil, right? And I was really sad because I didn't really have many friends or any really apart from her, like not like fully close ones. And so I was really sad and obviously and then she was behaving really weird after she moved. Like she was just being really annoying. And then I was like, so we stopped being we stopped talking. And then like a year or two after that, she was like, I tried really hard to stop liking you, but I couldn't. And she wrote like an essay of how much she liked me, and I was like, God, I've never received such a passionate like love confession in my life. Like 3 months of dating. Wow, that's brave. that's so brave. Wow. And here's me like, I don't know how I'd feel. Like, I think I'd need to be with a guy at least a year, maybe more, to be like, okay, we can get married. Like, I'd have to live with them. I'd have to know where he's at in terms of children and like just marriage, I guess. I'd have to be on like the same level. And then when that's all being confirmed, then I might say yes. But we'd have to be living for like together for a while. But yeah, I was flattered, but I also didn't know at all expect it. So I was like, also, it's funny because the first time I actually told someone I liked them was a girl too. Even though I don't think I'm necessarily interested in women in general, but like I think, when you're going through a teenage phase and especially when you go to a girls' school, it's kind of like, I don't know. I thought it's just something about, I don't get it. Maybe she was really manly or something. Like, I don't know, but I knew she wasn't interested in women, but I just wanted to get it off of my chest. And after telling this person that I liked her, I wasn't afraid of telling people I like them anymore. I was just like, whatever, it doesn't really mean much. I'm just being honest. So from then onwards, it was almost like I broke that kind of, like, let's say there's a glass wall that's kind of preventing you from having the courage to tell someone you like them. It was just broken. I didn't care anymore. Whether someone clearly liked me back or not, I just tell them. And because it's just too much effort waiting for them to ask you out or like seeing whether they'll ask you out, whatever. Like, it's just, yeah, no. Maybe I'm too impatient. I'm glad I don't need to do any of that stuff anymore, though. No, we're not. She just kind of disappeared. A lot of people I knew just sort of disappeared. They had 4 children and lived happily. That's so cute, Shakira. I'm glad to hear that. Casey. Jazz. It's not actually, it really doesn't actually, like, it doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, if they say no, does it really, like, who cares? And if you still have to work with them or whatever, I think it just like fizzles out and it just whatever. I don't know. That's the thing. Sometimes you may disagree with, so I love it how this is such an emotional moment in the otome game and we're like talking about talking the most here. I'm getting off track. When my dad was diagnosed, it shocked me, but he tried to stay upbeat even though it was obvious he was pained by the news too. I had to keep my business going to make enough money for his treatment as well as myself. I had to go to work every day and my heart wasn't in it. I think you need to put an at, but then without the maybe it needs to be capital. Is it like case sensitive? I love this. God, I was so depressed. I watched him shrink and grow weaker and weaker, and he takes a breath. He did everything right. He put his all into getting better. So when he passed, I felt like the me that believed in him died too. How could I go into work every day and give people advice on improving their health, exercising, eating this and that, all while knowing that ultimately none of it can protect you, can save you? It felt so meaningless to me. I talked to Casey about it, but it didn't seem to stick. She tried to be understanding at first, but she couldn't quite grasp why I felt so disconnected from my work. To her, as long as my body was healthy, then what was there to worry about? And when she said that, I just felt a million miles away from her. Then she started giving recommendations, changes to diet and more pills and this and that, saying she had a relative who was cured of cancer after going through a cleanse. And oh, I'm sorry if anyone like is a believer of, you know, things like that. Like, oh, if you take turmeric, you'll make the cancer go away, things like that. I'm sorry if you believe that, but in my mind, I'm like, if medication isn't changing it, then I don't think it's going to. People say stuff like this to me about my epilepsy. Like, oh, but you know, you don't know the lifelong consequences of medication. I'm sitting there going, really? You'd rather I were on like some plants and then like that, by the way, it's the compounds of the plants that they've taken and then put a high concentration of it so it actually works. Anyway, we won't talk about that. Exactly, Hika. You may as well just give it a go because who knows, they might like you. And then great, right? Yeah, that's true, Jazz. That is true. I can sort of understand if you're working with them, whatever. But let's say you're leaving work to go somewhere else, then you might as well tell them. Because I think I told the girl because it was summer holidays or the end of like middle school, or was it oh no, it was end of secondary school, like before going into A levels. Because in England, you basically, when you hit 16, it's kind of like end of, so you can quit school there, but if you want to go to uni, you do A levels, which is like the few extra years. I think I'm getting confused now. Oh my God, your son had can. Oh God, I'm so glad he survived. Right, it is so. That's the thing. People always criticize medication as if it's like a really bad idea. It just, I'm sitting there going, trust me, if I go off my medication, I'm screwed. Get a new job just to confess. Imagine. Oh God, that's some dedication. I just could not believe what I was hearing. So many of the people in the fitness world that I had relied on in the past repeated her words, and I needed to get away from it all. Didn't they understand that some things aren't in our control? You can try your best and everything can still fall apart at any moment. In the end, the human body is very weak, and they couldn't see that. I couldn't blame Casey when she left. Despite our similar careers, when it came to our mindset, we were too different. Honestly, Casey, I'm so glad for you because my cousin actually passed away because of brain cancer, and it destroyed everyone involved. It was tragic because she was only 16. It's really sad when someone young dies. Like really sad. So I'm like, honestly, I'm like, I know I barely know you, but I am so glad that he survived because I can't even imagine how horrible that would have been. So I genuinely am glad that he's okay now. Still, it hurt to see all that work I put into moving to the city, meeting new people, dating, all dissipate, all still leaving me alone. At my dad's funeral, I finally got to see all my extended family again, and it made me realize that in my closeness to dad, I never became as close with anyone else. All my relatives were with me, for me, around me, but just like Casey, I felt a million miles away. That day was such a blur. All their tears made me want to scream. All those people made me claustrophobic. So when the service started, I told myself to just focus on the flowers around Dad's picture. White orchids. They were beautiful. I decided I want to grow them myself. Over the next few months, I tried growing plants of my own, continuing to mess up and fail each time. Slowly, I mastered the Dracaena, the pothos, working my way up to the orchid. I'm glad. I'm so glad, Casey. 4-year-old. Gosh, it must be like insane seeing like your son grow up and stuff, each little step. I see my niece, and it's just weird because you see them from when, they were a baby. Like even another cousin of mine, and I see her as like a sister, and I just kind of remember her being in the cot. I know I was like 8 or something, but even then, like seeing someone from that grow up to now she's like 8, what was she now, like almost 20? I always forget ages. But yeah, it's just weird. Makes you feel old. But orchids are notoriously hard to grow. No matter how closely I followed the instructions, every attempt ended in my flowers wilting, dying. God, even the ocean wasn't calming anymore. I used to go there for comfort, but now all I thought about was him. How he wasn't standing next to me anymore. How every memory I made with him there would always be a sad one now. With my dad's passing, my lack of work motivation, and all my plant failures combined, I was in the worst shape of my life. But there was one person who was suffering just as much as I was. For the first time in what seemed like forever, my mum called me, asked if I wanted to make dinner with her one evening. I hardly knew anything about cooking, but she said she would teach me. She didn't let any of my mistakes fly by, but her guidance was straightforward and specific, so I learned fast. Cut the basil this way, let the water come to a boil, the meat cook for 30 minutes and 30 seconds. Neutral, direct activities that gave my mind something to focus on other than my sadness. The routine grounded me. I slowly returned back to earth. And then one day, as she was making, oh God, she burst into tears. All this time, she had been just like me. Ever since I was born, she felt distant from the people around her. The days are long with her. Ah, interesting. Because I guess the day may feel long, especially if your child is sort of being difficult, as all kids would be. But then I guess the years feel short because they grow so quickly. I had never seen her cry before. I rushed to hug her, and soon I was crying too. Slowly, with her help, I began to feel okay again. Slowly, with great patience, I began to believe in my clients again. And slowly, after trying and failing so many times, my orchid began to bloom. I can't say I've returned back to normal. It's more like I've changed. I've become a version of myself I think I could one day be happy with. My dad told me that if we put our all into something, we can't lose. But maybe he meant that if we put our all into something, then we won't have regrets. So I keep jogging in the morning, watering my plants in the afternoon, and visiting the ocean in the evening. I like knowing I can make other people's lives better, that some things can still change. And that's why, even though so many of my relationships have fallen apart, I still want to believe I'm capable of having some great, incredible, heart-stopping love. He coughs out a bitter laugh. Or maybe I'm just stupid. You aren't stupid. He eyes me as if waiting for me to say more. You aren't stupid, you're smart and hardworking, and I'm so sorry you didn't get the support you needed. He's 5 and it's really strange to see him growing his personality and way of talking. Yeah, right? Just like when you see a kid growing up, it's just really it is interesting. Yeah, maybe she did. And so he didn't get to know her very well. But obviously he loved her. I mean, she loved her. I mean, she loved him. But maybe he didn't feel it so much. Well, that's why I try to make as many friends as I can now. I put a hand on his shoulder, cutting him off. It's okay to be upset that they weren't there for you when you needed them. His forced smile melts into a look of solemn understanding. I hope you know you really do make people's lives better. You're literally one of the most open-hearted people I know, and I wish I knew how to be as wonderful to you as you are to me. I know you're going to get that amazing heart-stopping love. I know it's going to happen because it's only a matter of time before someone sees how lovely you are. You always see through me. Somehow I knew you'd understand. Is that weird? My chest tightens. It's not weird at all. A flurry of unsaid thoughts and wishes pile up inside me, but I submerge them. Not yet. Well, it's almost time for dinner. Would you like to cook with me? I would love to. Adrian opens the fridge, placing a variety of veggies and meats across the counter. So, since you're clearly the more experienced slicer, perhaps I can help in washing the veggies, not setting everything on fire. Let's start with veggie washing, and if you're good, maybe I'll give you a promotion. Oof, the P word. Don't talk to me about work, buddy. He laughs. Sorry. But since we're already on topic, how's the campaign going? It's going well, but I'm honestly super anxious. The event is next week, and I'm finally going to see if all my efforts paid off. Of course it will. You're a marketing champ. I don't want a hot guy to call me a champ ever again. Where will the pop-up be? Oh, right between Allen Bay and 45th on Ventario. You want to come? Yes. I can't wait to see everyone enjoy your event. Aw, that's sweet. And also, if you're interested, my convention is a week and a half later. You could come if you want. No pressure, but in case you want to see me, because I'd like to see you. Oh, that's so sweet. But no pressure. I chuckled, turning on a faucet and feeling the cool rush of water under my hands. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that day off, so of course I'll come and see you. Shouldn't you know by now that I like being with you? His cheeks turn pink and sheepish smile curls at his lips. I guess I just like hearing him say that. I give his elbow a friendly nudge. Well, you can hear that any time you want. Anyways, how's your convention prep going? Yeah, it's coming along. I've written out my speech and polished my slides, so now I'm finalizing the physical materials and making sure everything will be delivered on time. I budgeted out everything well enough that I can afford reorders, but it'll be close timing-wise. I hand him a zucchini and he begins slicing. I've never spoken in front of such a large crowd though. So many big names will be there too, which is pretty nerve-wracking. Oh, like Raya Tiller or Owen Fan? Yeah, how did you know? I might have done a little bit of research. You did? Oh man, they're the coolest, huh? Well, your picture looked pretty good beside them too. The main character is so forward, I love it. You mean that? Of course I do. You fucker. Can you say it again? He's such a puppy. Like, oh my gosh, what is this? Your picture looked pretty good beside them too. That felt nice, thanks. Dweeb? So many words I've never said before. He gently nudges me back. They're going to love you and I'll be there to cheer you on. Great, the event starts at 9 AM, but I have to get there early to set up. I could pick you up at 7:30 we can set up together. Ooh, 7:30. 7:30 AM? But he's giving me the puppy eyes again, all full of hope and excitement. Fine, but don't talk to me on the car ride there. Amazing, I'll take it. And then, inexplicably, he hugs me. I love it how normally these things don't bother me or affect me, but in this I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I freeze, arms stiff as his warmth envelops me, my face pressed against his muscular chest. And then I relax. Slowly I wrap my arms around him too. I nuzzle into him, taking in his citrus scent. I could hug him forever. Just as the thought ripples through my mind, I feel him step back, his eyes avoiding mine. Sorry, just a reflex sort of thing. It's okay, hugs are nice. He inches closer to me. Yeah? Oh, of course the phone has to ruin the moment. Just then my phone rings and the two of us step apart even further. Sorry, let me just turn that off. I think that was the distributor. Why are they calling me on a weekend? She felt the titties. Mary! Sorry, I think that was a work thing. I'll answer back on Monday. Are you working on the project alone by chance? Oh no, I have an intern, Grace, who's a big help. I've also enlisted the help of I feel like something's gonna go wrong. It always has to, doesn't it? Help our event management and production teams, Ezra, Logan. Oh, I don't think I've heard you talk about them before. Oh, here, let me show you. I show him their profiles on the company's website. Is he showing jealousy? So you've been working with them all this time? Well, no, they just offered their help. We don't see each other that often. Oh, okay. Bless him. He suddenly perks up. They're just co-workers, you know. I know. You're pretty though, so you know, they might, you know. Oh, this is too cute. It's like a shoujo manga or something. It's the third time Asian has complimented my appearance. If we had just met, I'd probably feel a bit giddy, but now it just feels a bit pressuring. Oh, okay. I swallow my discomfort and turn my phone off. They're just helping me because boss asked. Relax. I know. What about me? I'm not a co-worker. This is gonna make uncomfortable. See, that if this were me, I'd be like, oh, this is really cute, because obviously the main character sort of likes him. But she's clearly got sort of like commitment issues, maybe? Turn the heat down, you're going to burn the food. Oops, thanks. A few minutes later, our meal is complete. Asia and I spend the next hour mindlessly chatting and eating our food. As we wash the dishes, I take a moment to stretch out my arms. That was yummy. Thanks again for inviting me. Sure. He dries off his hands. Before you leave, it's been a while since I gave you a massage. Maybe you'd like another before you start another week? Can I really handle more of Adrian's hands on me? No. Okay, why not? Stupid. Great, I'm cleaning up my studio right now, so I can just bring a mat out here. A few moments later, Adrian has spread out a small yoga mat onto the living room rug. So will it be like the video? Yeah, we can do stretching instead if you'd like. Okay. I slowly lay down on the mat, much like our previous session. Oh, this is adorable. Though this time I laid flat down, staring at the ceiling. Wait, hang on. I'm gonna say this looks so weird. What is going on here? Oh my god. I don't think this is good. Okay, what's happening? Adrian's body hovers over me, his hands planted on either side of my head. Observing my shock, he gives me a curious, nonplussed look. Of course, this is the most natural thing in the world to him. Okay, so for this stretch, I want you to bend on one leg up towards me, then lift the other and bend it away. Resting your ass. I can't with this. I can't take this seriously. What is going on? I thought it was legs too. What's going on? Is it not legs? I'm so confused. Oh god, this game. He scrabbles back down, giving me space to breathe and follow his instructions. Great, now lift the knee using both hands and pull it towards you, all while trying to keep the leg in place. So it is legs. A slight tightness sharpens with my movement, but it's bearable. Oh yeah, I feel it. You're doing well. Let me help you do. Where is this going? Oh my god, what's going on? So, there was some like cute flirting going on, and then he was like, hey, it's been a while since I've given you a massage, right? And then she was like, yeah, okay. And then they ended up doing stretches instead. And yeah, this happened. Mary, oh my god. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. Oh my god, what is going on? Oh, are you using my, which by the way guys, I'm gonna get new emojis at some point. Like she's, at the moment, the artist I commissioned is sketching it out and they look really cute. So I can't wait for them to be used. Or done even. Let me help you deepen it a bit. His hands gently pull my leg back, adding resistance to my stretch, and my heartbeat nearly stops. She's being so professional. Oh, Jazz. Seeing him bent above me, composed and friendly, is just too much to take. So long as he doesn't say... Jesus. This is a fun stretch. Let's try a different one. Sure, just a few seconds more. A few torturous seconds later, he lets me go. Have you tried the happy baby stretch before? Yes, through one ill-fated yoga lesson. He laughs, but I can't help but feel this exercise will be worse. Oh my god. Alright, so lift both legs straight up, then bend them towards you, growing the tips of your toes if you can. Hey, Other Bunny. So she went to his place to have lunch. It was like completely platonic, was supposed to be. It still is, but it turned into, hey, I haven't given you a massage in a while, to, wait, you know what, we can do stretches, to her having her legs up in the air and doing something. Oh, you use my emoji? Oh, that makes me so like, oh, especially because those, some of them are like, I always try and use the sip one or like the laughing one. I know I didn't create those, but they're quite handy. I'm essentially giving Agent a very exposed view. What a day to wear a romper. Though my legs may be bare, at the very least you won't see anything further. I lied about the nice underwear thing. I close my eyes, hoping that if I can't see him, then maybe that will help. Okay, got it. Try pulling back a little bit more. Trying. Once again, I feel his arms gently push against my legs. His torso pressed close against mine. What is this? I already know my face is beet red. His breathing seems a bit ragged now, his palms focusing on my left leg, the one that's a bit shorter than the other. Oh, what is going on? Suddenly something soft presses against my inner calf. What is going on? Oh my god, what's going on? Okay, so it went from professional to this is getting very intimate. He must be teasing. Well, this has happened now, so this has never happened to me in real. I'm pressing his lips against my skin, his eyes closed. He hasn't yet caught on to me, and I'm not quite sure I want him to. You're doing really well, he mumbles against me. Then, Adrian. His eyes flutter open, meeting mine slightly dazed. Startled, oh my god. And I think the girl has like commitment issues as well, I'm not sure. Landing closer to me than ever before, hands at the sides of my head again, but he doesn't shuffle away. His blush dulls, his expression turns serious. My throat dries and I find myself unable to speak. He leans into me, eyes focused on my lips. This is so much secondhand embarrassment. Oh my god, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Sounds of bed springs bouncing and people shouting echo from the room behind us. Wait, what? Oh, so that wasn't her? That was like... Oh my god, so then there's like stuff happening behind closed doors. The spell breaks. We both fly to the opposite sides of the room. Oh my god. Oh, Mary, your commentary. You're killing me. Oh my god. Oh god, sorry. I scrambled so speak. I thought they were out on a date. He rushes to the door and gives it a few. What are you doing? Just leave them to it. We can just let them at it and walk on or just live our own lives, you know? Have you never been to college? The sound of fumbling, clothing rustling, and quiet complaining follows until the door opens. Sorry about that. Didn't think you were coming back so soon. I don't know why I had to put that voice on. I thought you said you were out on a date. Though Asian's face looks only slightly disturbed, I pick up on an underlying anger within his words. Yeah, I was, and the date went very well. Oh my god, imagine Mary. That would have been so. Oh my god. So what? You two are just asleep in here for the past 2 hours and decided to. Well, after the first few rounds, we were tired, so we took a nap. We're done now, though, so, yeah. Asian's roommate looks to the side and waves at me. Ah, sorry, we had to meet this way. No worries. I mean, what else am I supposed to say? This is my roommate. He works at a local cafe. I'm also in a band. Of course you are. Right. Anyways, he turns back to his roommate. This is Liru. We met at the gym. At first she was a client, but later she decided personal training wasn't for her. I invited her over for dinner tonight. That's a bit of a vague introduction. I'm gonna stay silent because we are not his friend. Not after the whatever the hell went on in the gym room. But I don't say anything. I offer a silent smile. Well, nice to meet you. Hope I wasn't interrupting anything. Start. Oh, he looks mad. Adrian crosses his arms and sighs. After a few more pleasantries, the roommate goes back into his room again, this time keeping his activities at a much lower volume. Does that mean they can still hear it? Was Adrian going to kiss me? I am really sorry about that. No, it's fine. It's getting late anyways. I should head out. Oh no. He bites his lip and nods. Right, of course. Would you like me to walk you to the subway? No, I'll be fine. I stand to my feet with a slight wobble, heart still beating fast. I feel Adrian's presence behind me as I slide on my shoes. Thanks again for tonight. Yeah, anytime. Then he reaches for my hand, stopping me in the doorway. Hey, listen, I'm really glad you came to visit me today. I know I dumped a lot on you. No, don't apologize for opening up to me. Right. Well, I just want you to know that while yes, I have dated mostly people in the fitness world in the past, I like how different you are from them and I don't want you to feel pressured to be any certain kind of way. I think you're a really determined and understanding person. He did cock block him, didn't he? You always have something funny or comforting to say, and I hope you know how much that means to me. He gulps, letting my hand go. Anyways, I'll see you next week at the event, right? Yeah, I'll be looking for your face. He emits a deep, shuddering sigh. Yeah, good. I want to talk to you after, once you're less busy. Oh, what's up? You can just tell me now if you'd like. He pauses as if collecting his thoughts and shakes his head. No, I want to take my time. Alright, see, so he wants to tell her that he likes her, I think. See you on Friday then. Good night. And with that, I head towards the subway. I slide into the first seat I can find, and then I let the whirlwind of my thoughts hit with full force. it's like stimulus overload. I'm going to explode. It's also now blatantly obvious that Adrian may not be seeking friendship. What if Amar is right? What if from the very beginning? But how much can I really hope for? Am I getting ahead of myself? A sinking, heavy feeling pulls down at my heart, my throat stinging. Is it too much? Soon Adrian's going to tell me something. On the same day as the event, all my resentful co-workers will be evaluating. The event I'll be preoccupied running. The event could determine if I get a promotion. I have this feeling that I'm about to reach a point where I can't turn back. But I don't know what to do about it. So I anxiously tap my foot against the subway's flooring, counting down the minutes till I get home. And I think I'll leave this here. I'm so curious what's gonna happen in the next one. Oh my gosh. That was a ride for sure. Oh god. I swear when that happened, I was like, what's going on? Oh no. Okay. But yeah, no, that was good. Good, I approve. It was funny. Mary, you're angry? But anyway, so as some of you already know, I'm changing my format for like videos and stuff. I'm gonna make it more like an interactive thing because I don't know, I want to change directions because I feel like as more and more channels are kind of popping up, I kind of want to do something different rather than sort of do what I normally do. So from now on, at least I'm gonna try, with reviews, I'll make it a stream. The first like 20-30 minutes or whatever will be me talking about it. It will be very like, it might be really cringe, but we'll see how it goes. I'll be talking for the first 20-30 minutes as if it's a video, and then at the end I'll have like questions slash just thank you. But yeah, after that I'll have like a question slash like just chatting type thing so that after the video we can actually like interact and you guys can ask me questions and stuff as opposed to it just being a video. And hopefully it'll be fun for both me and you, and it'll be like a bit different, if that makes sense. So I'll see if I can prepare slides in time for Sunday. If not, it'll probably be next week sometime. But yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. But anyway, thank you guys for coming along. It was lots of fun. This stream got surprisingly steamy. But anyway, again, thanks guys, and hopefully I will see some of you potentially on Sunday. And tomorrow is Shenmue as always. Anyway, bye!